You're tuned in to the weird. Wow. The wonderful world of pixels and play.
Yo, it's iFlames on the mic, dropping the facts right. From indie gems to that AAA spotlight. We break it down, no console wars in sight. Just pure gaming passion, burning ever so bright. Squirrel master here, climbing the leaderboards. Find the glitches, opening secret doors. From retro classics to the next gen roars. We're digging deep for the lore and more, of course. With iFlames and Squirrel Master. Let's get into it.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Really deep and diving deep into it.
Diving deep.
Yo, what is up, guys?
What's up? How you doing, Eddie? Welcome to Keeping Gaming Weird. Wait, I have to do a Flames apart. Hey, everybody, welcome to Keeping Gaming Weird. My name is iFlames.
No, your name is Squirrel Master.
Oh,
Dumb
shit. Sorry, I fucked that up. Sorry. Simba?
Love it.
All right, let's restart the intro.
Yeah, restart the intro again, redo it again, and go. Wait, you were supposed to do like welcome to Keeping Gaming Weird podcast.
Oh, well, welcome to Keeping this Gaming Weird.
Yeah. Hi, Malice. How's it going?
Hello. It's going.
What a start to a podcast. I was playing. You were looking down. I was playing this like it was the thing in Flames.
Oh, I saw. No, I
was air saxophone and that shit up.
I'm glad our live doesn't pop up like it used to, and we at least have the intro because Eddie would have seen, and Eddie would have been like, "Whoa!" Look.
What's up, Iron?
He was giving me a run for my money.
What's up, Iron? Oh man, I just did that and Iron was here. I tried to get that before anybody else came in, but it did not work out. Fuck.
Horrible.
Sorry.
You're horrible.
Sorry.
Horrible.
I got this Burger King Coke Zero right here. Would have made me happy. I bet, Eddie.
Our Burger King closed down.
Did it?
Yeah.
That wasn't
That's
too bad.
terrible.
Oh, Burger King wasn't too. I haven't had Burger
Now we
King
have
forever.
it's like a cousin that started it. That's related to Cane's Chicken. They started it. It's I don't remember the name of it. It's like Lane's or something like that.
Oh.
Oh.
Is Angus? What is that Angus one? The Black Meg.
Black
Is that
Meg's,
one still out there? That one's still out
Yeah.
there going?
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Meg wasn't bad.
Black
when it
Meg
first started.
42 is what it's called.
Yeah, it's named after the ranch, I guess, where they get the cows from or something. But anyway, how's your week been, Malice? Bless you. How's
Bless
your
you.
week
Thank you.
I'm hanging.
been?
Nothing to
hanging?
report here. Just
Yeah,
hanging.
that's
Hanging.
good. I asked
It's
Flames.
been like this.
I think everybody. That's the week for everybody. When Flames is like, he sends me a message and he's like, "Did you see my?" And so I sent it to him in Discord. I'm like, "Dude, I'm running late because I've had a bunch of stuff going. What's up?" Oh, he's talking to Nutbot. That's not here, dude. That's over on Twitch. Yeah, Nutbot's in Twitch, dude. But I was like, I'm running late, dude. Blah blah blah. And then I was like, so I sent him the description and all that stuff, right? And I was like, hey, dude, if you got to start the room before I get there. And then he's like, and then I see it come back and I'm like, I got it, dude. I made it in time. And then he's like, did you see my text? And I look at his text and he's like, I'm kind of tired, bro. I've been, working out in the heat all day. And I was like, that's okay. I've been working a lot too. And then you're like, oh yeah, everybody. I think everybody right now, it's that time of the year, I guess.
Just a year. I think everyone was like, 2026 is gonna be great, and it started off, and they're like, fuck 2026.
Oh, dude, and my allergies right now. So like my allergies, absolute shit right now. I hate this time of the year. Like everything outside is green, like on the
Mhm.
table.
I'm surprised I'm not like fucking stuffing and shit.
Can't take
Not
it.
for us, not yet. It's still winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I already had my 6 pill, so I guess I'm over it already. So
F the 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. 2020. Well, since never mind, I'm not going to talk about CERN yet, but since they fired up CERN, the Earth has gone downhill. Okay, since 2012. All right, 2012. I say it started to go like, but it's okay.
All the
We're here.
1920s. It's like
All
the
right.
1920s all over again.
It's
History
okay.
repeats itself.
yeah, can we just go back to the fucking 90s and
Yeah.
80s and 90s and like early
Okay.
2000s?
Yeah,
Just live in that generation forever.
when aliens were still just a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, not real.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
I could watch watch David Duchovny.
I get to watch Dragon Ball Z all over again. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, as it's new, you're like,
Yeah, as new episodes are coming out.
heck yeah.
Fantastic.
But yeah, it's crazy. Did you see that? I know we were talking about it before, Malice. I don't know how much you follow this kind of stuff, but speaking of aliens,
do.
did you see
I'm a
that
big
they
nerd.
did you see that they registered alien.gov and aliens.gov?
I did not know that though.
Yes.
No.
Government has registered those.
And have you actually like been on there? Like what's on there?
Yeah, there's nothing there. So they asked the secretary, the person that's in charge of letting information out. I can't think of her
Right.
fucking name right now off the top of my head. If
I
I
know
look
who
it
you're
up, I can
talking
tell you.
about.
But they asked her in an interview. They said, "So what's that about?" We see it's registered, and she said, "Just stay tuned. There'll be more to come."
Oh, okay.
When now when did that happen?
Hurry
Like
up and wait.
today,
3 days,
yesterday?
3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
Okay.
This
so
this weekend time frame. Mm-hmm. Yep, this weekend time frame, and then Flames was talking about. Well, I think there's a lot of crazy shit going on right
Yeah,
now.
there is.
Flames was talking about the new Lockheed Martin
I was
thing.
about to pull that up.
They got a new drone that looks like a
just
UFO.
fucking UFO.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dolphin. Gerald
about-
the dolphin.
What about Gerald the Dolphin? Who is Gerald the
The
Oh,
Dolphin?
dolphin
yeah,
that kidnapped that man in Florida
Huh?
and told him what to do. You didn't hear about that?
No.
So this guy, like, I guess he's like an actual like like an engineer or something like that, or I don't know. But the dolphins like kidnapped him and he was like missing for like a whole weekend. And when the cops
Like
found him on the
actual-
beach,
wait.
he was actually
Yeah.
yes,
Fucking-
like the cops found him on the beach like 3 days later, and he was like, "I was kidnapped by dolphins." They were like,
Wait,
What are you
and
talking
didn't the
about?
dolphin like swim up river and shit?
"That I don't know," and that I don't know. He was like, "Oh," and they told me
gotta
that
look
they
this
wanted me
up.
to
How the-
construct.
Yeah, because I saw a
Yeah,
lot
they're
of
like,
videos
I
on
want you to
TikTok about
construct this
that
stuff.
dolphin like going up river
What
and like
the fuck?
control, like going all
Yeah.
the way up into like the Great Lakes.
Yeah,
he was
Gerald the
like-
Dolphin is accused of kidnapping a Florida man. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
They wanted him to like build stuff. It's probably a Dollar General. Dollar General will be down there next, probably, but they freaking just are everywhere.
What the actual
They-
fucking?
They
Did a
wanted him
Waffle
to
House
like
and a Dollar
build
General?
stuff. Yeah, Waffle House and a Dollar General.
That's
Yeah.
that's crazy.
But I remember
mean-
what was funny is when they asked him, like, well, how could you breathe down here? He goes, I don't know. Gerald made it happen with like a breathing apparatus or something, but you don't ask questions from Gerald. It's like, excuse me, what?
Eddie.
I can't believe you, of all the things, I can't believe you didn't hear about that one.
No, I didn't. I didn't know about Gerald the Dolphin. Like I've been in these deep dives lately because
Eddie.
CERN is yeah. Eddie wants to give me a dolphin. He wants to try to get behind me and me go. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, but anyway, back to what we were saying. What sound does a dolphin make? What does it sound like? I don't know. Who did that? Holy shit! You speak dolphin, bro. Oh, you speak dolphin, dude.
Oh my
Get out of
God.
town. I only speak whale, like Dory. Ooh. Yeah, I only speak whale. But I've been going down these like deep dives because CERN's finishing up. I don't know if you even know about CERN. I'm sure you know what CERN. You've heard me talk about it. But so CERN's finishing up, and then they're going to go on I think it's like a till 2027 hiatus or something like that to do upgrades. And they found a new proton during this time, and now it's the end. So they're doing a big push. So I've been like deep diving into that and aliens, and I've kind of like got off the Epstein files because that's just there. I'm a big believer in like you can go down a rabbit hole only so far before it engulfs you, before you live in the rabbit hole, right? So I kind of had to give that one up because, like, if everybody, I feel like, well, hot take on that. Like, I feel like that there's some bullshit in there that the government has made up, and it's not about just one person. But
drone all of a sudden.
Oh, I don't know. You showed the picture of it or the video.
Yeah, it's on my other
we were looking at it.
But
the internet. I think there's some stuff that's planted in there because if you say the emails are all part of it and it was confiscated information, not here to debate like politics or anything, right? But they say that if you believe in the emails, it says that Biden was executed in 2005, right? So if that's not true and all these people go to court, what happens to all their court cases because one thing is not true in the whole thing, right? It gets thrown out. So I feel like there's some bullshit. So I just kind of like I had to step away from that. And I went back to aliens. I went to aliens. Oh, and the mall. Have y'all heard of this thing, the mall dream? Do you know about that, Malice?
That was down in Florida too.
No, the mall dream. No, the dream about the mall. Everybody goes to this mall. So it has a roll. Look, if you look this up, if you just Google mall dream, right? So they're saying it's an alternate place. That all these people are describing the same place that don't know each other. They're drawing pictures of this massive mall that doesn't exist, that they only see it in their dreams. And they're saying it's like a different plane of existence. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Like people are actually like, if you look it up, people are drawing pictures, literal road maps of this mall with the airport, with everything that's in this mall, right? And they're all matching up.
That's wild.
What's up, Eddie?
Yeah, that's the crazy part. This is
the Lockheed Martin new drone.
Yeah, that's that new.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like a blackbird, right? That's what I came to the conclusion of after I got done. It looks like after I was talking to somebody about it. It looks like a blackbird.
Yeah, just like the nose of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's shaped like a blackbird.
Where are the wings at? Where's the propulsion system? How does
underneath
this bitch fucking
fly?
Underneath, it's like a hover car. Yeah, no,
mall
not the
from
mall.
Stranger Things.
No, it's not the mall. Well, I would get it could be the mall from Stranger. Let me look this up now because look, mall.
But that's a fucking UFO.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's called Mall World.
UFOs over there.
Mall World is a reoccurring dream phenomenon where thousands of people are reporting exploring the same surreal, impossible shopping mall in their dreams. It's called Mall World. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
Hey, she said, "Ooh."
He just locked onto her face. Like,
straight up. She's like, "I'm gonna go this way now."
Like, I am fucking done.
And I came back.
Good night.
Just ruined her night.
Poor kid.
That thing was like, like instantly.
There was no but
I'll never hear the end of that later one.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Like no hesitation here.
Just... But if you don't hear from me, my 15-year-old killed me.
That's what happened. She's like,
look on her face. We got to screenshot that and post that.
She's like, Mom, you're supposed to go like this when I come in. You're supposed to cover
She sneaks in. She's like a ninja. I need to put a bell on her ass.
She was like,
all the time.
Like a possum being caught at night or something.
Oh, you're doing something. Did not notice that.
She's like, I just got a shirt, black eyes.
That's great. But yeah, those are
the,
that was funny. But those are the That's the crazy stuff I've been looking into lately. That and Palm Beach Pete.
Palm Beach Pete.
Yeah, y'all don't know who Palm Beach Pete is either.
No,
Uh-uh.
I haven't heard any of these. These are
it's-
like way different than what I'm used to.
Palm Beach Pete is Epstein. Look up Palm Beach Pete real quick. Just Google Palm Beach Pete real fast.
Oh, is that who
Everybody,
they've
Google
given
Palm
him?
Beach Pete.
It looks just like him. Is that the same one that was like overseas too?
He is the one he lived in New York when
Same.
when Epstein lived in New York. He lived in Palm Spring or Palm Beach when Epstein lived in Palm Beach. They did like a dental thing on their teeth, and they have the same teeth.
What
Not saying it's him. Yeah, it's crazy. Those are the things I've been looking at. I had to get away. Well, I had to get away from the files part
Oh
because
gosh, it's like the first thing.
yeah, he's
Wow,
everywhere
he
right
really
now.
does look like him.
Yeah, he's everywhere right now. And he taught like they've ran like voices next to him, like when he's talking. And then people are like, well, why would he do that and hide? You know, like you can't hide in plain, you know what I mean? Like, why would he come back? Because people hide in
Right.
plain sight all the time. Like, I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
heard about the dude that went to Scotland. So he was in jail here. He escaped. He went to Scotland, put on like an oxygen mask, married a lady in Scotland, and they found him. He had the same tattoos and everything, but like he was there hiding in plain sight too. Like motherfuckers ain't got to go. Like if a normal person can escape that long, somebody with all those things in their facilities can do anything they fucking want. Right?
That's wild. Yeah, that is
So,
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was trying to figure out what happens if you actually follow a mimic. That was one thing I was looking at, and no one can tell you. No, I mean they can't. Like everybody talks about them, but no
Wait,
one
hold
can.
on. Before we pass this,
Yeah, go ahead. I just talked
Yeah.
about the things I've been going down these
this is
rabbit
the
holes.
dolphin that's been swimming upstream. I don't know if it's the same dolphin.
Yeah, show us that dolphin. I was looking at it.
Jeremy the dolphin, it swam from the ocean water top in Santa Monica into a river stream, and it's making its way inside the interior of the U.S. This is Nevada and the Sierra Nevadas. It's gone super far, and it's just been eating trout along the way. And the signless are in a tizzy wondering what is motivating Jeremy the dolphin to go to the middle of the U.S. Some say that he thinks that he might be headed to the Great Salt Lake. And so we will continue to monitor it, and I'll update you there. But I'm wondering if you're hoping the best for Jeremy or you hope that he doesn't make it. Have you guys heard about Jeremy?
Why wouldn't you want it to
What a
make
weird,
it?
what a weird take though. What a weird way to like.
make it.
What a weird way to get comments on
make
your
it.
video at the end. Let me know in
He's
the
eating
end
all
if
the
you
trout.
want to see Jeremy turned into tuna, or if you want to see him make it to where he's going. Let us know in the comments right now. See if it works for us. Fuck, man.
Oh my
It's
god.
ridiculous, dude.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, well, if you
know
believe,
he
what
wanted
was
to
it?
make it.
What was the movie? Oh man, what was the one? Don't forget your towel. Always bring your towel. What was that one with Most Def? Where they were in outer space. You know, everybody has to have seen this fucking movie.
It's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Yes,
Galaxy.
there you go.
Okay, yeah. I was
So
like, it
if
sounds
you-
so fucking familiar, but I cannot pinpoint it.
So
And all
if-
the dolphins were like, farewell and thanks for all the fish.
yeah, and singing and shit. Yeah. So like, what if that's going on right now? What if all the aliens are? What if that movie is right?
Yeah.
What if the dolphins? What if they weren't kidnapping the guy in Florida? They were trying to tell him to build shit to save us, and this dumb guy is like, "Oh no, they're trying to kidnap me." Well, dolphins will hump you,
Well, you
right?
know it's against the law to talk to dolphins. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Why?
It's against the law.
That's weird.
Well, there was a lady that back in the day they used to try, like I think it was in the 70s, they were trying to do research on dolphins that they could communicate with us. They're very intelligent. They're trying to get them to actually talk, like speak. And their one that they had in captivity started having a relationship with the lady handler, basically.
Well,
Yeah. You have to look it up. It's not a joke. They had like an intimate relationship.
I heard about this.
Well, I do know that dolphins will hump you. I know
Oh, yeah,
that
they get
for a
all
fact.
crazy.
Like I know, like if you go swimming with dolphins, because I was in Florida, funny enough, and this was like way back. This was years and years ago, right? Well, we were talking to somebody. We were there. They had like a little exhibit where they had them, and these people were like, "You could pet them, but if you get in the water, they will hump you." And then they showed us videos of them like people like trying to get in the water, like they're dipping down in the water, and the dolphins are like, bam, just fucking, yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, they might, you never know. We don't speak the same language, right? So we don't know really how smart
Gerald
they
told
are.
him to do it. That's how you get inducted into the water there.
So what was the one that's swimming upstream's name?
Jeremy.
So
Jeremy.
Gerald and Jeremy, they might know each other.
They probably do.
Yeah.
He's on a mission, secret mission. You never know.
I wish I was born to dolphins.
Help with births.
I've seen
There's
that
also
before.
like the noises
Hold
there
on.
help with people that have like that are nonverbal with like autism and stuff like that, and brain damage and some other things dolphins help
Really?
with.
So
Did you finally find where they flew it?
This is Skunk Works. This is their secret top division of Lockheed Martin. And this is a different drone that they have not released anything about, that they're testing out in the desert at the test field. That's like
What the fuck is that?
They have like a arm that's attached to it, so they can simulate different things. They can turn it and all that stuff, simulate flight and everything.
Yeah, they have it.
Oh, I'm over here. Is that a freaking?
Yeah, no, it's not a beam. No,
But
they're not
look at
stealing
that
the
fucking
cows.
thing. Like, okay. Go back in your mind and look at UFO or UAP photos from other people that I've taken this shit and say that's not a fucking UFO.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
it looks like a blackbird. I'm telling you. To me, it looks like a blackbird.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
it's still fucking weird ass shape though.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean,
it's
it's super aerodynamic.
Yep.
You don't even see any like jet like exhaust, like nothing.
You don't see any
like,
panels. You don't see like it's just one solid fucking hunk of
No.
metal.
Because it's a drone.
That's
It's not.
so
Yeah,
bizarre.
it probably hovers. It probably has the engines up underneath it.
It's probably quiet as fuck too.
Because they have a lot of those already. Like your handheld drones, right? That you see at home, but they already have some big drones that can carry some heavy shit that have propulsion that go underneath it. But
still wild looking.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I want to see it fly. Actually, fly though. That's what I want to see. I want to see it fly. I mean, me and my brother were talking. I think it was last night. We were just talking about all the alien stuff. Just BSing, right? We're like, you know what? Just let it. He's like, I'm just ready for it. Like, just come on. I'm here.
Right.
Hi. How's it going? Like, let's just.
I
have it
know.
happen, like I'm kind of.
It's enough already.
Like I'm over. Like we already know you're there.
Yep.
I can't say enough to say. Like, I mean, just very simply, you can't look up in the sky. And if you want to say we live in a simulation, well, then there's already aliens, right? Because an alien life form is something that is foreign to us, right?
Yeah.
So, you can't look up in the sky and be like, we're the only thing that fucking exists that's intelligent. Yeah, you're not intelligent by saying that.
Do you believe that we are everything and everything is us?
No.
Have you ever heard of that? Like,
yeah,
everything is just one thing. We all come from one place.
Yeah. I've heard that. And then, I mean, I don't think we did. I mean, we might come from the same creator, right? But I don't think we come from the same place after
That'd be
all these
effed up
years.
if that's what it was. And but we're simultaneously just living different lives, but we're still the same thing.
Yeah.
That would be really bizarre.
I was looking into the idea on the simulation theory that went into like Christianity or religion, saying like your good deeds let you get into heaven, right? Or you go to hell, or like if you're a Buddhist, like what happens in your next life, right? Or we could keep going, right? But so there's these people that say like about a simulation theory is that we're trying to appease the runner of the program here in this simulation. Like that's like we see it as God. Like, so our deeds here, if we do well, we move on to a better simulation. If not, we have to come back to this one. It's like us, it's a test.
Yeah.
Per se. So what
God
Iron
created
say?
us so we can create God. AI will be God.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a test.
Terrifying.
For you. I have a test for y'all. Squirrel and Iron are exempt for this, so I'm sure y'all know what the fuck this is. But anyone else, can y'all guess what this is?
Okay. Yeah, but I don't
That's a
remember
kite.
the name of it. That's been out forever. That's not a kite.
Yeah, it's a kite. That's a kid flying a kite in the park.
Anyone in chat besides Iron?
I thought that was that one that came out like in the 90s, like that Black Hawk or not Black Hawk. It was
Black
some
Cox?
kind of
Whoa.
no.
I think that's
Yeah, it's the B2 stealth bomber.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a
Okay,
B2.
thank you.
Yeah, you're right though. That's been out since. So the crazy part is we act like all this technology is so new, right?
Right.
But if you remember when we were kids, right?
B-52.
We saw those planes already.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you really think about in your mind,
Just the B2.
we saw they already had these things like in
Yes.
cartoons, whatever else. We've
This is
seen
built in
all
the
of
fucking
these
late
things
80s.
already. Yeah, we've seen all of these things already.
Yeah.
And that's where I go back to. I feel like when Iron was on the podcast, we were talking about psyops, right? I feel like we've been desensitized to everything already.
And it's still the most advanced and most expensive fucking plane built to date. And it's
Mhm.
built in the 80s.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
It was in the
fucking UFO.
80s.
Looks like a UF fucking foe.
Oh, yeah.
If I saw that back when I was a kid in the 90s, I'm like, that's a fucking UFO right there. Aliens are here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
That's the reason why I knew what that was. Yeah, I do remember that.
But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. I think now they're bringing back up the mall thing in Miami. That's what you were talking about,
Yeah.
which is funny that a lot of people don't. Like, I even asked people that watch, like, or that I don't want to say that watch
I didn't know about it till
conspiracy
last
stuff.
Was it
Yeah.
last podcast we did?
Yeah, I think maybe it was.
Last
Damn it,
before.
okay.
Whatever, yeah. But yeah, I didn't know anything about it until fucking Squirrel told me about it.
And then I was talking to my brother about it, and he's like, well, I looked into it just a little bit. But he's like, I thought it got debunked. I said, no, enough for them to say that it was some kids doing it. But come on, there's been no arrests in that. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this because it's really
And it
bothering me.
looked like the entire
the-
state of Florida's freaking police department was there.
There was a
That's
testimony, or
insane.
like there was some mention. I don't know if it was testimony, but like a Congress member or something about it and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's people now, like, that's the whole thing. Like, there's speculation that, and this is, of course, it's 100% speculation. This is from watching, like, shout out to like the Y-Files people and watching their in their Discord and reading their threads and the contacts that they have, and then some other ones, like Joe Rogan has some good stuff, but he hasn't really talked about it a whole lot. There's been a lot of good stuff on Joe Rogan's podcast about other things going on.
Yeah, I've been listening. To his, like,
There's some speculation though that one of the first things they're putting out on that alien.gov website is not about Area 51. It's not about any of that shit. It's about the mall in Miami.
Oh, really?
You think so?
I don't know. I have no clue. Again, this is all conversation from me reading and independent sources, people that may know less than I fucking know and just saying shit out their ass. I don't know, but like, I know that for a fact, this is the facts of that though, that the you can type it in right now in your browser, alien.gov, aliens.gov have both been registered by the government. They did do an interview about it and they did confirm it, that there will be data on there from the person that releases classified information that's in charge of that. Other than that, you know what I mean? Like, other than that, you're all on speculation. No one knows.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can have their inside ideas, but even the people that are inside, right? Like, I'm sure y'all worked for a company and you think you've heard what's going on in the company, but it was misinformation even inside the company, right? So we don't know if they're giving each other misinformation too, right? So we don't know
on purpose if it's top secret shit.
Yeah, we don't know what's coming. Like, no, I don't think that anybody knows, and who knows? I think that I feel like it's all misinformation anyway, man. I feel like it's so, hey, look, we're gonna give you some information now on aliens. And don't worry about us dropping nukes across the fucking earth, I'm not trying to get, you know what I mean? But I feel like that's
sleight of hand.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's going on.
I've recently came to the conclusion that I've like debunked a theory that I had about the aliens. The government doesn't know anything about the aliens, but now that I've been like heavily researching it and like seeing the Lockheed Martin shit and like researching into the B-52 or the B-2 stealth bomber and all that stuff, and then some of the other declassified top secret aircrafts that they have, and it's like these technologies are like no one else fucking has these, or like what? Then they still won't release like how these operate and what they have on them and all that stuff. It's like, nah, we reverse engineered some shit that the government's not fucking telling us.
Well,
Oh, definitely.
what if? So this was brought.
So they know something.
So somebody mentioned this in a conversation, and this could be 100% true. What if the government? So they say that they have deals with these guys, right? You realize there's an Israel, the ex-Israel. This happened. All right, we're gonna go down this for a second. This is what I've been looking into. So the ex-Israel chief of security has come out and said that Israel and the United States have relations with aliens. He said he didn't say anything 5
like
years
China
ago
and Russia
because he
do.
would have been put into a mental institution,
Yeah.
right? Which then got me looking down rabbit holes of mental institutions. That's a whole other thing. But he said he would have been put in a mental institution. He says that they have this, right? So now let me ask you this question. What if they're just releasing this shit because the aliens are like, whoever these people are? We don't know. We don't know if they're nice, if they're mean, whatever, right? But what if they're like, dude, we've been telling y'all we want to let your people know that we're here. Y'all been fucking with us for too long about not letting them know. We're gonna let them know now. And they're like, oh shit, we have to tell them first.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that there was a timeline. That's what I kept seeing, something about a timeline.
So I don't know. That was brought.
You know what's crazy? All this stuff is happening around when the fucking Israel was threatening to fucking nuke Iran and all that shit. If we didn't fucking step in and help them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
What's
there's
up,
like
Jill?
there's another theory about Easter with like the constellation lining up with the Sphinx, and then something happening in June. So there's always something coming about, but we've all lived through how many disasters since we've been alive on this earth.
I just came up with a theory. What if 3-Eye Atlas, because that was like an extraterrestrial
Yeah, it was
object
here, then they don't even talk about it no more.
Yeah,
No,
that
it's
was
still
that
there.
was
It's
like it
passing
came from
Jupiter right now.
so far away, right?
It's
what
still
if,
coming.
Yeah. What if 3-Eye Atlas, when it passed by us, had some kind of alien stuff on it and it left it in our atmosphere? You know, we have fucking recording evidence that they're allowed to block our fucking radars and appear invisible. What if they're just sitting out there for all this fucking time and just waiting for the right time to be like, hey, motherfuckers, what's up?
Yeah. I mean, well, why haven't, and how do we, here's a question that was proposed in one of the group discussions that I read, right? And I didn't really get into the answers because I didn't go that far into it. Like I said, I squirreled off literally and went and looked up mental institutions, which remind me later, I want to talk to you about mental institutions, and that's crazy in itself. But damn it, now what was I talking about? Oh,
Iran and
yes.
president.
Yeah, wait, what was I saying? I don't remember. Damn it, dude.
That someone was fucking mentioned something
ADHD.
and got fucking put it in a mental institution.
ADHD, yeah, that was already all gone. Anyway, I don't know. It'll come back to me. We can continue talking about aliens, and it'll come back.
And then you went down a rabbit hole of institutions. And
yeah, that was before that. Yeah, so anyway, I don't remember. But what if, that's... Yeah, I don't know. What if they're just waiting? What if they're the ones that are telling us, oh, we're talking about 3-Eye Atlas? Well, then why would they come out with a news article like we were talking about, right? I think that was last podcast we were talking about that when they did release Don't Drink the Sludge from 3-Eye Atlas? Like, why would you have to say that?
Yeah.
That's what I was going with. Like, why is all of this...
Sludge? What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
We intercepted that thing when it came by. We got samples off of the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they say, just don't. And I don't know what they're talking about because I haven't seen it. But if you just Google it, it's reported by Yahoo News. It's reported by all these people, which I don't listen to the news much anyway. I don't care what news I don't care if you say you listen to the most centered news possible. You're full of shit. There is no centered news anymore. Everybody leans. I don't care if they say, oh, but they say where they get they relate their sources. I don't give a fuck about those sources no more. All these sources are full of shit. I don't care. We've been duped by everybody, right? So, but I don't know. Why don't we go? Why do we have a rover on Mars, but we don't have one on the moon?
We do have one on the moon left from back when we first visited.
Not a working rover. We have not put a new rover.
Yeah.
No, we have working rovers other places, but we have none on the moon. Why?
I don't know.
We're not supposed to be on there.
Yeah, and why when we're finally supposed to go back to the moon and land on there? Now NASA can't seem to get a rocket off the fucking Earth.
Yeah.
it's been delayed over and over again. Yeah.
And then the crazy part about it, the fucking Elon Musk is not even fucking launching them.
Yeah.
No,
he just launched another satellite.
Yeah, but he's not launching rockets like
he
was back to back to back to back.
I got a question. Speaking of that, how many satellites do you think that's in order right now? That just Elon Musk and them having just Elon's company.
What is his Starlink? Right?
Yeah. Starlink,
I can only
all
imagine
those, they all work off of each other.
Well, I think like total 100? Orbiting satellite, it's like not even in the hundreds.
No, Elon Musk has approximately 9,357 satellites in orbit.
What? How? That's insane.
Yeah, that's the true number.
What?
Google it. Yeah. Yeah. You don't realize.
Okay. To type in the total amount.
Somebody showed the map, dude, of what it looks like and the pollution of the satellites, what it does to it shows where they go.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Yeah, how many satellites are in
stars
orbit?
Anymore? Are we looking at satellites?
Yeah.
Now I'm like sad. What?
So totally in orbit, which is crazy. So Elon Musk has 9,357 satellites in orbit, right? We have total 9,800 satellites in orbit.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I heard it on Joe Rogan. The guy that was asking him, he gave it like a low number. Then fucking Joe Rogan looked it up and it was a high ass number.
Yeah, but why does he have? He has over. Bro, that's 75. That's so 90%.
Yeah, Elon Musk has so many fucking defense contracts with the government and all that shit, and so many contracts he don't talk about and he can't talk about he's with the government. So no telling what the fuck he's doing.
And you don't hear about them launching the satellites. They're not like, oh, we're launching another satellite. Oh, we're launching another satellite. Dude, they're launching them in hundreds at a time, bro. No, they are. They're launching them tens. So they line up 10 satellites and they launch them all into orbit at the same fucking time. That's crazy.
And probably
I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. And how many are going at one time? I thought it was like, just one rocket. That's why I was like, a couple hundred.
And probably all those rockets that he was televised probably were satellites too.
Let me see this. Look like
in
the sky and night.
You pulling up the map?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what they all look like when it's
I mean, we have been to the moon, but not like feet on the ground. We've had satellites,
here you go,
orbited and all that shit.
Let me share this real quick. Let me click. Go back. So this, if they took all the time lapse away and whatever all the satellites would do. Let me change this real quick. Stop screen. Add. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. Share screen. Where would it be? Right here. Here. That's what they would look like.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's like a time lapse of where all the satellites traveled and how on that one. That's just one part of a sky. What it would do to it.
That's what it looks like when I do an extra sketch or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever watch just like astrophotography videos on YouTube that are time lapse, there's just like
yeah.
Those ain't comets. Those are satellites. Just constantly, just back and forth.
Yeah. What about the comet that came down? What was it? Was it a comet, right? The one that in Ohio. You know
How
about
did
that,
they
right?
not know that?
Created a big ass sonic boom.
That?
Yeah, it created a big ass sonic fucking boom, dude. A comet went down and or it was a
Didn't
meteor.
even know.
Was it a meteor
Yeah,
Oh
or a
yeah,
yeah.
comet?
yeah, I did hear
I
about
can't
But
that.
remember
there's
which
been
one.
2,
Yeah.
2 or 3 this week. I
Yeah.
don't remember. It's either 2 or 3 this week.
Those were just drop pods from the aliens.
Yep.
What that is. They're just coming.
Jesus,
Yeah.
world. What is it? War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Wow. Dude, if I hear fuck the purge siren, dude. If I hear that
That
noise,
noise is no for
the
real.
purge
That
siren,
noise
the
is
purge siren,
really
I'd be
terrifying.
like, all right, I'm against humans. I got a chance, right? The
Yeah.
purge
I'm
siren,
out.
like,
Start hearing.
yeah, we're bunkering down in the house, dude.
You
If I
start
hear
hearing
the purge
fucking
siren,
transformer noises. You
yeah.
kiss your ass goodbye.
Nope. You look outside and you see that big ass fucking walker going by. You're like, nah, dude. Instantly, all my bowels were released.
Save me.
Instantly, yeah. That's
What?
that's when I would be screaming. I don't know. Y'all know that. Y'all notice I yell that when I'm playing like Fortnite or something. I'm running. I'm like, Tom Cruise, save me! And that's how it would really be. Tom Cruise, save me! Save me, Tom Cruise, save me! That would be me when the aliens.
What year
went.
did that happen? Was it in the fucking 40s or 50s?
The first one? The first?
No. So there was an actual incident that came over the radio that was a
I thought you were
story
talking
about
First
War of the
World.
Worlds.
Yeah, that was.
And-
He was
That was a.
reading it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Radio.
that was a made up story.
Yeah, but people
Or
thought it was
yeah.
real because it was televised
That was-
over the
that was
fucking radio. And no one explained what the fuck it was, so everyone
Yeah.
thought fucking aliens were actually invading the
Everyone was
country.
panicking.
So speaking
Could you
of that,
imagine
look, I
being at
just
home and that was what you were used to, just listening to the radio?
Yeah.
so I
Oh,
just
yeah,
got chills
no.
when I thought about this one. All right, do y'all remember this? And I have not looked this up in so long, right? But tell me if y'all remember when this happened. Flames, you may be a little young on this one. I mean, I'm not trying to say it like that, but you may have not remembered, but you may have heard it. So when we were probably 10 years old, when I was 10 years old, so this was probably like 1991, right? There was this big thing that was going around, right? That radio stations were being, you heard like a jumbled signal come in, and it was happening a lot. Like I remember listening to the radio and thinking it was like aliens talking. Shit, but it was like in the
static chatter.
90s. Yeah, in the 90s, radio.
Oh yeah, the Battle of LA is a big one. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's one I want to start really heavily looking into.
but it was cutting in and out. Like, and I remember and see, like, this is something, I guess maybe it's from a dream, but it's not. I don't think it is because I haven't looked it up in a while, right? But like, I remember very vividly as a kid, right? I can almost tell you the height that I was walking up to the porch, and I remember them listening to the radio. You know, we listened to radios all the time then, right? Outside, boom boxes on people's porches, right? They were everywhere, right?
Yep.
And I remember the sun was starting to go down, and I walked over to my buddy's house that was right across the street from me. And I remember his radio was like, why it was playing. And I don't remember what was playing, right? Wish it was Belinda Carlisle. I think we're alone now because I love that song, but well, probably wasn't it. But it was like, and then it cuts in and it was like, but dude, it was like all these radio stations and it was happening
all
like-
together at
like
once.
but it was happening in random spurts and they've never explained it. They said it was interference, I think, but it wasn't just in I would love to say it's from the military in Killeen because that's where I grew up at, right by Fort Hood, but it was happening in other places other than there, so I don't think it was that. But yeah,
There's been some weird ass fucking shit going on in the past, but I'm sure it's still going on in Fort Hood. People seeing weird ass lights, people seeing weird ass crafts over Fort Hood.
well, so in Fort Hood, right, this is a true story, which I don't talk about my family a lot on, you know what I mean, but I don't care. So Sugarloaf Hill, you know what Sugarloaf Hill is in Fort Hood?
Yes.
So they built a base inside of there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a base inside the hill. At the very bottom of that hill was where my great grandmother was born.
Okay.
So they bought her house for that. Their other house that they grew up in is at the bottom of Stillhouse Lake that the government bought up and then flooded out. It's a man-made lake.
Yep.
So, and then she retired as a GS-13 from the military, from civil service. She did personnel. So like she never really went into we didn't talk about, because dude, back then we didn't talk about this shit, right? Now I would have a million questions to ask her about a million other things besides she grew up in the Great Depression, which was cool to ask about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and back then you didn't, if you had anything that was like secret, it wasn't like could have been top secret, just like, hey, you don't talk about this.
But
no one in the military fucking talked about it. Let's see how the fucking balls to fucking talk about it.
no, and I wouldn't have known about Sugarloaf Hill. And besides, there's an elementary school in Killeen called Sugarloaf Elementary, right?
Yeah.
I had to go to summer school. Whatever. I had to do a report on. I had to pick a school to do a report on the name where the school came from. Right, that was my assignment. Well, I went to my grandma with all the list of the names of the schools, and I was like, "Any way you could help me? Blah blah blah."
Yeah.
So I got to go because we were driving then, right? So I was like 16, 17. We got to go. That was part like summer school, right? So we would get to leave. The best part was my football coach was my teacher in summer school too. So we got to go and leave, but that was the thing. So instead of going and doing a bunch of stuff, I just went and sat and talked to my great grandma because I was living with her at the time. And I sat down in the living room and I would go home, dude, and I would ask her. So I did Sugarloaf Elementary. And because she was born at the bottom of that hill, Sugarloaf Hill. And so I got to like learn all about that shit. And that's how I learned there was a base inside of Sugarloaf Hill.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they actually had tunneled out. So there's a hill. We would call it a mountain in Texas, right? But it's not really. But they hollowed out the whole almost inside of this fucking mountain, and there's a base inside of it. Right off of Fort Hood, which if you know anything about Fort Hood's what is it, like 186,000 soldiers? It's big. It's like
it's the biggest base in the free country. Any of the free countries in the world, it's the biggest base in the world.
Yeah,
I've never been. Texas is like its own country. So like being in like say Brownsville, Floresville, San Antonio, Austin, Pflugerville.
Well,
like,
Austin's closer. Austin's a lot closer than San. But yes,
Fun fact: you can drive 18 hours inside of Texas.
It's insane. We used to hate when we would drive from Virginia down to Texas to go visit family when my dad was stationed in Virginia, and it was like it was its own day. We had to do to get into Texas.
No, yeah. Oh, driving from Louisiana to Arizona is a day trip.
Yeah.
Like to go across that long part of Texas. I remember me and my brother got in a U-Haul, right? We were heading to New Mexico. Santa Fe was where we went to. That's how I learned about Albert Einstein. But we were going to Albuquerque, right? So we get in the fucking car, dude, and we're in Dallas, keep in mind, right? And we're going out over to Arizona. We were like 12 hours in, and he's like, dude, we're still in Texas. I'm like, I fucking know, bro. Like, we're ready to go. You know how it is when you're ready to get out of somewhere, right? And like go on and do something or whatever else, dude. It's so long. Yeah. You're not a squirrel animal personator. I do animal personations. I eat nuts a lot.
He doesn't eat them. He gargles them.
Whoa.
Don't get it twisted.
I go, whoa. But yeah, crazy stuff.
Most of the foothills that are around Fort Hood, those are all missile silos, and some of those are fucking nuke silos too.
Wow.
Because I had one of my older friends, we're not friends anymore, but his girlfriend's dad worked in like some top secret shit over there and all that stuff, and he would tell us about that. But there's like fucking nuclear silos in those hills and all that shit, missile silos and all that stuff, and there's fucking like super top secret shit going on in those hills and everything. Actually, when I was a electrician, we used to work on Fort Hood all the time, and we were working out on a facility. I was on the outskirts of Fort Hood. That's close to Killeen, and we were doing some wiring inside the building and all that stuff. And this building just had a bunch of fucking like super high end computers, right? And they all had joysticks and all that shit, and like pedals and all that stuff. Well, to come to find out, we're working, and he was like a super high up general. Walked in there, was like, "What are y'all doing in here?" So I was like, "Me, I'm the apprentice," and I'm like, "We're working." He's like, "We're on level 3 fucking top security. Y'all need to get the fuck out of here."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be scared. Yeah, I'll have to try to get out there though. One of these times I go down to visit. I've never been.
Yeah, it's crazy down. Well, when I grew up there, I'm old as dirt, right? But like, I remember growing up, like we lived in an old house and had like it seemed like it had like ball bearings in the windows.
No shit.
Like I swear it had like marbles hole in the windows.
Oh yeah. I thought you like bullets.
No. Ball bearings like
Yeah,
actually like in the windows. Like so, it's those old double
ones
pane
on the ropes.
The big thick ones. The big when it was actually double pane glass when you had like 2 or 3 windows to open. Right? And yeah, dude. Like, oh, nothing. They're just putting emotes up. It's okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, is someone?
It's probably random people coming in. I don't know. They're probably trying to type stuff. But yeah. So with the when they would do the tank maneuvers and they would do the all that stuff, like the artillery shells, the whole house would shake.
Yeah.
Like our whole house would just be like, and you'd be sleeping and it would sound like, I'm telling you, because it sounded like marbles when the house would vibrate. It sounded like marbles were shaking.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, Squirrel knows where I live. I'm not gonna really say it, but when they're doing their heavy artillery shells, we're like miles and miles away from them and all that stuff. We can feel the vibrations from here, and we're like 2 or 3 counties over from Fort Hood.
Jeez.
Yeah.
See, I've always been by a military base, so I get you with some of the noises and stuff. Now where we live, we're pretty far from anything. So
yeah, that's how much land they have. Is they can set off heavy artillery and just fucking not even care what it hits.
Yeah.
That's how much that's how big Fort Hood is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just see like the buildings and stuff in the city and all that stuff. It's like, no, they have thousands and thousands of acres of actual fucking countryside of land.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like it's the tank trails out there.
Oh yeah.
And growing up in that time, is like it's crazy.
And most of the tank trails ain't even like they have back roads that you can take that civilians just go on and cut around. All those tank trails and all those fucking hiking trails are just open.
Huh. That you're allowed to go down. The public is.
Yeah. Oh, well, people go out there. So, Malice, people will go out there and they will go mudding on the tank trails, right?
Oh, okay.
And if you have to be careful because you can cross where the tank trails are. And if they run you over, if you get hit with a round or anything, it's on you. It's not on them. But you can still go right out there. Yeah, there's like Ballora, which is it's on military land, and then there's what is it called? Steelhouse, which is also built by military engineers out there. Like the military has done so much out there,
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
here's a map of Fort Hood. How many counties it takes up?
Sorry, I put them in timeout. In case you didn't know, the users, whoever was typing all that, I put them in timeout. I was like, you go to timeout, kids. I'm guessing they were probably kids. I don't know adults that would do that.
There you go. And ignore the red, but everything, the whole thing together. That's Fort Hood.
Yeah.
What's the red area? Is that like
I'm not for sure what the red
you
is.
Can't go, maybe like restricted?
Maybe like the main part of it.
Yeah,
I
don't know. Yeah, it's huge.
Jeez, that is so crazy.
Yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. It's definitely well, they just changed it back to Fort Hood.
Yeah, it
just the United States in whole is ginormous. Like people when they come over from overseas, like England, whatever, they're like, I do not understand. I could take day trips to different countries around where I live. Where y'all live, it's like a whole vacation. Like it takes days to get somewhere. So like when I think about it, it's like, wow, the United States is bigger than we really think it is.
Yeah,
it's ginormous. So Texas is freaking enormous.
Yeah, I mean, it's the second, like, if you call other like places, Italy in the sense can be called a country because of how small it is, right? And all that stuff, or a state and all that stuff. But Texas is like literally take it in a single mass as just as a like island. It's like the biggest fucking piece of land out there, next to like Alaska and all that shit.
Is that
Crazy, absolutely crazy.
But Russia takes it
doing?
all because Russia's just fucking stupidly big.
I cannot
Yeah.
read that whole name, but how's it going? How you doing? Sorry, you said what's up, and I can't read the whole. I don't know what all that
What's up,
says.
chat? What's up?
Yeah, say sup, sup. How you doing? Sup, sup, bruh. 6'7". I don't know.
Oh God, no.
No.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, Texas is like one of the few states that has fucking, deserts, swamps, fucking rainforest, fucking ocean, mountains, like everything in one fucking state.
Yeah, it is wild.
Flatland,
It is.
all that shit.
Yeah, you can go from snow in the Panhandle. Sorry, I was throwing something in the trash.
Yeah.
Go from snow up in the Panhandle to all the way down to fucking desert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucking wild.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
My name is Chad, not Chat.
I
Hello,
think Cody's
Chad.
stupid. He's got it. But yeah, it's crazy. Hey, how's it going? Hi. Hey.
What's up, Chad?
Hey, Chad.
Passada.
Fucking yeah. Like a Giga.
Do you want to vape, Dad?
Is
Let's
your
fucking
name-
vape now.
Is your name Giga Chad? Are you maxing right now? I don't fucking know. I don't know. What do kids say these days?
But
seven.
When I was working on Fort Hood, we had our yard, like our main yard there and all that shit to keep all our shit at. But it was right next to the shooting range and on the tank range and all that shit. So, yeah, I had an accident when I worked there and all that stuff, and they put me in there just like I didn't really have to do anything, just kind of chill there to get the fucking hours and all that stuff. But I would just sit there and watch the fucking tanks fucking shoot shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I don't know if they say there was a lot of back in before drones were big, right? They had this light that was over Killeen flying from Fort Hood, and it was like hovering and it was zooming left and right and going all over the place, right? They said it was a military drone, but this is before drones were big, so it could have been. But it was a light the light looked like a helicopter light, not a fucking little bitty drone. So it could have been a big. I mean, we don't know what the military has, right? Just like they landed. So on the back, it's funny because me and Cody were talking about this the other day. They brought a spaceship into to Fort Hood. Did you know that? And when they brought it in, they piggybacked it on the airplane. Right, so it was piggyback.
Yeah.
You don't realize how fucking small those spaceships are compared to airplanes.
Yep.
Like they're not that big. The actual spaceship part fits on top of a normal fucking plane.
Yeah.
Now, like they can mount it on these planes, and they fly it. And
Wait, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah,
like the international or not international, but the space shuttles that we go to.
Yeah, I'm over here thinking alien. Sorry. I'm
no,
like,
you're good.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, no, they so they put it on so it fits on top of a 757.
Yeah. It's a little big in the 40,
Yeah. So they put it on top of here you go. I'll show you real quick.
Go get it
So
up
you
and
guys
then it
can see.
detaches and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a monster tattoo on a monster tattoo.
He's saying shit. I don't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know. Right there. So yeah, it'll fit on top of a plane like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's small.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bunch of different. So it landed like that in Fort Hood, and like opening your eyes to like, holy shit, spaceships are tiny, dude.
Yep.
Comparatively, like we think about like an airplane, we think of everything so big, and that's the part, dude. I don't know. I don't know if like Dill was asking, how come we haven't been back to the moon? I don't know if we ever been to the moon, to be honest. Like as they say, that's a whole nother conversation, but I don't know if we ever really were there as much as we were, man. I don't think we were to that extent. I say we landed there, maybe, right? Did we maybe plant a flag there? Yes. But I think all that shit with Buzz Aldrin and that whole video is all it's I don't think any of that. I don't think that part of it is real. It's like, like what do you take out of what's real and what's not? We didn't have the technology then to send a video back from there to Earth that fast. We didn't have it then. So NASA's
I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah.
pulled out some stops and
Yeah, I guess NASA could have had it, right? But we
Yeah.
didn't have that technology when they went to the moon.
Yeah, we didn't have
And
it.
it was
They
live.
had it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they showed it like, yeah, it's crazy, but I don't know. I don't know if again, that's all that's the that's that part where you go way too down deep, because then you
Yeah.
talk about the dark side of the moon that no one ever that's a fact that we don't go to the dark side of the moon, and why not?
Why? Yeah.
We've had satellites fucking rotate around the whole moon. We haven't put foot on the fucking dark side of the moon.
Have they mapped it or anything? Like,
I haven't gone that deep into it, and like,
yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be
there's
interesting
not
to know what it looks like.
there's no real like hardcore, like, so it looks like the right, so there's pictures of it, but if you look it up, dude, there is no, like, just look up pictures of dark side of the moon.
yeah,
You won't find very much of anything.
Yeah.
Song.
It goes to Pink Floyd
That's to say.
straight up.
That's what I
Like-
was gonna say,
Like that's
same
how
thing.
much we have been to the dark side of the moon. Is it goes literally when you search pictures of the dark side of the moon, it's
Right.
mostly Pink Floyd, and then it's some random pictures of the moon.
Yeah,
I know a lot
have
of
not
people that
been-
look at it on the outside, like just like the curvature, you can see people see things like floating around out there,
oh yeah,
taking
yeah, I've
off
seen those
off
too.
the moon
Yeah,
and stuff. That's insane.
yeah.
So I want a telescope so bad.
Get-
But I could just see me like never being in the house and be out there looking all the time.
And the moon's getting closer to Earth too, and it eventually
Well,
will collide with it.
So right here, so this was my idea. Funny enough, you say about a telescope. I wanted to get one. So I have this other PC right here. That's a window, right? It's blacked out right here. Sorry for the
Uh-huh.
mess. But what I want to do is I want to put one right there and run it off that computer.
That'd be dope.
Ooh, that would be so cool. And
I've been
just-
thinking about that because it could point right out the window, and I don't have to worry about
Ooh,
setting it
that'd be
up,
so
doing
cool.
anything. So
Have you
Yeah.
seen
I've
those
been thinking
videos
about
of
it.
like there's like hundreds and hundreds of fucking telescopes in a
Mhm.
field, and they're like in a dark area, and they're all remotely fucking activated by different people and different physicists across the world and all that shit.
guys, when they take them, sorry, I had a burp there. When they take them and they do, like you were talking about, the time lapse.
Yeah,
That's
Mhm.
yeah,
That's so cool. That's like some of the coolest videos to watch, even if you don't see anything crazy. Not even talking
Yeah.
about like
just looking at
aliens
the just
anymore.
looking at the
Just to see,
cosmos.
just to see the whole thing change is crazy.
I think people have been desensitized because of all the light pollutions. It's like if we can really see what the actual sky looks like every single night, and it's like a norm. I
There's a
think
place
lot
in
of
Pennsylvania.
yeah.
you
Well, I'm
can
talking
do
about just
that.
like worldwide. If everyone could just
Oh,
see
yeah.
that, I think a lot of people would have like a different aspect on life and a different way
Oh,
of
yeah.
thinking. That
Yeah.
they're like,
How
what the
little we
fuck is
really
up there?
are.
It gets
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
dark here. Like the first thing coming from Dallas, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm talking with my strong hand now. The first thing I did when I came from Dallas, but the first thing I did when I came from Dallas was I got here and I was tired as shit.
Yeah,
And I walked to the backyard and I turned on my phone and I was like, holy shit, I can see the sky again, dude. And just
Yeah.
started zooming in because coming from talk about light pollution, dude, in Dallas, you don't, even if you get away from downtown, the lights,
It's
that
still
light
that
pollution
glow.
goes out so far. Here, we're so far removed from big cities and everything shuts down here at like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
yeah,
Like you go into town, everything's closed.
yeah.
So
Right.
automatically that light at 1 o'clock in the morning out here, it's crazy sometimes because you realize how much light that the sky gives off by itself sometimes. And you don't realize it's not street lights. Like it's
It's
Natural
bright.
light.
lighting up. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. And it's some of the
Yeah,
coolest
there's a
looking light
place-
though. But
There's a place in Pennsylvania. I would like to go to it. They do have laws there. You cannot use certain color lights.
Only red lights.
There's like a whole thing, yeah, and you can stay the night there. It's a
Yeah.
whole thing. It's supposed
That's
to be
cool.
absolutely amazing.
That's
yeah.
the Big Bend in here in Texas. It's close to it's not like really super close, but it's pretty close to Mexico. And then they're all
Okay.
it's a dark area protected. There's no like
Yeah.
can't have your cell phones out there, you can't have flashlights out there, no lasers and all that shit. If you go out there,
Yep.
you gotta have all of your lights off. No cars allowed
Yeah.
out there.
yeah.
That would be cool to go see at least once.
Yeah.
Put on
but,
the bucket list. You should do it.
That would
the
be-
place I want to go is there's a really good place and like for miles and miles and miles. It's in Africa. and like it's
Oh.
like the ideal spot to go see what the true Milky Way looks like. Because
Yeah.
then, like with like
Ooh.
200s every single way, there's no light pollution whatsoever.
They say if it well,
Ooh.
that's a conspiracy theory itself. When everybody can see the aurora borealis, we're screwed.
Oh
They
yeah,
say that
Oh, yeah.
means that contact is coming
Like
when
you're-
everyone
Yep.
can see the whole, like when the aurora borealis lights up everywhere, that means that something is happening. I don't know where I read that at, but I know that
believe
I've
that.
read that a few times. That has something to do with it, but I don't know. Again, half the shit I don't know. Like we talk about like conspiracy theories, and everybody thought everybody was crazy, right? You know, not to go back to
Yeah.
it, but they're eating babies,
Yeah.
they're eating people. There's aliens. There's child pornography rings. There's this, and everybody's like, y'all are fucking cracked in your head. And now everybody's like, oh shit. And now people that had the like, what do we do? We're like, well, like everybody said, so what do you do now that you're right? Like we've been done with that shit a long time ago. The people that actually into this stuff, we've moved on from all of that a long time ago because we already knew about that. We're looking at other things, you know what I mean? And so, like, what do you mean? They're still covering up. So there's still stuff to look into. You think they're
Oh,
telling
yeah.
us everything? Like, here you go, the mental institution part. You know how they say
Oh yeah.
you know how they say there's a great reset, right?
Yeah.
You know about
Uh-huh.
that, Malice, right? The great reset. Here's a question for you. Most mental institutions, they're huge, right? Remember back in the days when they had mental institutions, you can look them up. The biggest one was built in less than a year with all the architecture to it. Why? And most of these insane asylums were built in new cities. How did they know that all these people were going to be crazy, or were they built for people that remembered a world that doesn't exist anymore?
Oh wow, that's crazy now.
They don't exist anymore, right? They don't need them. All of a sudden, we're not that crazy anymore, right?
With the Tartarian stuff.
But we're not that crazy anymore. We don't need all these insane asylums
A lot
anymore.
of people died in there, and a lot of people try to escape
So
and end up
sad.
dying.
Yeah.
But
A
how,
lot of weird shit that went on those.
but how? Like, why did they need them so big? Look at the
Yeah.
sheer size. Y'all have looked them up before, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll pull up a picture of them if you want. But they're absolutely
Huge.
massive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why did
there's
we
some of them
need
that's like fucking 15 stories high and all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But how did they build all that architecture? Because again, if you look at some of them, they're not just where we're not talking about a fucking pole barn put up in the
Yeah.
backyard. These are like full on facilities, right? Castles.
What's that real super famous one? It's supposed to be like really fucking haunted. It has like all
You're
these
talking about the
tunnels
one-
underneath.
Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State. That's a fucking massive. That's a whole maze in itself.
Yeah, that's the one. I think that's the one they built in less than a year.
Yeah.
Like how did
so many people got fucked in that place?
but that's the question. Like why
Sad.
so that's the rabbit hole I started to go down, and I have not got there yet. Like I'm still
Kevin's been down it too.
I'm still
with
like
the whole
here.
how quickly
So
things
that's
have
where I'm
been
at.
built and stuff. So I feel you right now.
Like why did we need it though?
Yeah.
Like
And all of a sudden, poof, no more.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, sorry, I'll pull up chat like this now. Yeah, autistic, yeah, mental cases, yeah. But like not even that, but like so we were talking about lobotomies, right? So there's a guy, and it's called, there's a story. I suggest all of you guys watch it, right? Just if you just watch it. It's called My Lobotomy, right? If you watch this guy, so he was the first person that had a lobotomy done through his eye. He's still alive.
Yeah, they put it
Right. And it's
there.
talking about, it's talking about all the stuff. Well, he didn't even have a psychic evaluation that said he needed one. The doctor got the license to do it and everything on the premise of that. And it's this whole story about it's called My Lobotomy.
Yeah.
And like, so
That's terrible.
that's where I went, and I got to that story about, because you know how it goes, right? You start looking into something,
Yep,
you're like,
and it
oh, I
branches
want to
off
learn
and
more
can
about
connect
this.
it. Yep.
And so I didn't get back to it, but I was looking at the art, and like that's the big thing is like they're saying like why did we need, and I get what Zach said, about like all these random people that they put in there,
Yeah.
but why did they know that they needed all of that? And now if they've been outlawed and they see what they've done, there's still nothing that has come out about that whole thing, like why they were constructed, why they were put where they were. They were built, if you look them up, if you really search and you look up when they were built and look when the towns grew, they were built before the towns grew. It's like they knew that the population was going to grow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how did they do that? And that's where I got to was were they built for people that remembered the world that doesn't exist anymore, and they didn't want to let them out?
Full on believe that.
Or was it because they actually had mental problems, or because we were just that stupid and that naive as a society then and thought we're going to hospitalize all these people? I don't tend to think that first one, because I don't think that, I think a lobotomy is just like some of the dumb things. You know where a chainsaw started from, right?
Yeah.
Chainsaw started from childbirth in the Old West times. Yeah. So yes, we did have some ways about ourselves that aren't, but they still
electric chair.
But they still have changed to where with childbirth with C-sections that you're still cut out. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm not trying to go into the nasty, but so yes, the crudeness of it has changed, but not the method.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They're not in there with the crank handsaw anymore, right? It's just like when they have to split your chest open, like for a
That's
heart
still
thing.
very
Saw.
Chad, don't think of like a fucking no.
Yeah.
It was more crude than that. It was a mechanical hand fucking crank saw that you fucking I slipped. Now you're fucked. You're gonna die.
Yeah. Now they use like power hand tools. Like, imagine going
there
into
was no guard on it.
if you were not on your A game that day, that woman is fucked.
Yeah, if you took too much all that shit they gave back in the Old West days for fucking ailments,
Yep.
like he's over there fucking on opiates, he's on opium nodding out and shit, fucking
just cranking that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not knowing he's going into the fucking spine.
Yeah. That, and then it went from that to I had a funny thought. Imagine going in and like you're like, I gotta get open heart surgery done. And what's up, Kat? Hello, Catherine. And imagine like you go and like you're going for your consultation, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Okay, and like you sit down and there's a DeWalt drill sitting there, and you're like,
deuces.
What the fuck is this for? This is to cut your chest open. You know. But yeah, and then I was looking. Then I got caught into looking into like the degradation of our DNA, and people say like our lifespan is going up, but it's actually going down. Like our life expectancy is not as much as our previous generations.
Back in our ancient times, when humans were alive, we lived for fucking 100 to 1,000 years.
But it's this shit. It's even if it's sugar free, right?
Yeah,
like it's this shit. It's this shit. It's the food. Yeah. It's the everything that we. Yeah. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard that guy.
Shit.
I don't know if he's gone missing.
Those bad shit's good.
Yeah,
they're not good for you, but they're good. This shit.
Well, like they're talking about, was it Alzheimer's or dementia? Is the microplastics are sitting here now in the frontal lobe. That's where they're collecting. That's what's causing it.
Yeah. So what Iron was just talking about. Sorry, y'all, you got me to Google something here. So right there, you just heard. Well, it's been a few days, Iron. Yeah. So he's went missing.
Sad.
So I just pulled it up. I'm gonna read this article.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this article real fast, y'all, because this is the newest one. So they say new details are emerging from the disappearance of U.S. Air Force general who retired as commander of Research Division at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base near Dayton, Ohio. Major General William Neal McCasland, I want to say, went missing in New Mexico on February 27th. Blah, blah, blah.
At like super high-end fucking top secret shit, like blacklisted fucking projects.
Yeah, the Sheriff's Department. So the Sheriff's Department has put out a silver alert for him because they said he had mental fog before he went disappearing.
Went hiking or something like that?
That's as far. I just did a quick
and
Google
he has a
over
family
him.
too, and his family has no idea where he went. His wife
and there was
kids.
A chick that went the same way too. There's a lady that was in that group as well, and she disappeared the same way.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, with the Iranian guy, or not Iranian guy, the Israeli guy coming out, that chief, which y'all can Google that as well if you want. That's a true thing as well. The ex chief of security or whatever for Israel, with him coming out and saying all that stuff, and then that guy disappears, and now the website's registered, and You don't know. Like I said, I feel I start to lean more, and I know it might sound crazy, okay, but I start to lean more towards that whoever these other other beings or whatever the other forces at play are, okay, let's just put it that way, have told them. I hope it's not the lizard people because I'm shooting all them on sight. If what's true, unless that was misinformation and they're really the good people.
Yeah.
And the Greys are the good ones, right? Because the Greys are supposed to be the mean ones, right? The ones that enslave people and stuff. Isn't it the Greys? I think it's the Greys. Yeah. But yeah, I think that they've told them like we're tired of this shit. Y'all are fucking up. We've gave y'all this technology. This is what y'all are doing with it. We're going to come tell your people we're fucking here. And there's nothing y'all are going to do about it. And now they're hitting the panic button. I feel like. And I feel like that, but I also feel like some of it's a cover up for other things. You know, that's where you run into that catch-20.
It's
energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be paying for energy. Energy should be free.
Yeah. Squirrel, have you read into the Admiral Wilson memo?
Not without looking at it, dude. You know how my brain goes. I'm not the most intelligent person.
Crazy. So it was a formal admiral that was like super high end, top secret clearance that met with a physicist and all that stuff, and they met behind G&G defense contract building, which they're tied with super high end fucking top secret blacklisted shit too, and they were talking about like metamaterials that were used for the UFO and all that stuff, and talking about like the programs that are like used to like monitor all that stuff. This is all back in like 2002, and talking just like super like fucking like weird ass shit and all that stuff. And the physicist ended up writing the memo and documented it and all that stuff. And then the admiral denies it never fucking happened.
That's crazy. Well, thanks for saying I have a radio voice. I appreciate that. I've never heard I have a radio voice, but I appreciate that. Welcome to Squirrel Masters Weekly Top 40. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't looked into that much, but I do appreciate that. I hope it's a compliment and not a bad thing that I have a radio voice.
I think it is a compliment.
Speaking of that, I was going to play the thing for the like thing real fast. Yeah.
Has everyone hit the like button yet? Or do we need to probe?
Speaking of Greys, there you go.
Iron Squirrel is probably gone now.
Thank you.
I think he's used to it.
Actually, he said that one's not that bad because I actually made that. I have an alien coming out of a Bigfoot costume that says about liking as well, and then we have another one that's like don't sleep on your stomach.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So like we have a couple of them, but yeah, I don't know. Now I'm all caught up on that I should be a radio DJ. I think I missed my calling in life at 44 years old. Now I'm like, oh man.
Welcome to 107. The Fox will fuck you.
Coming on the stage next, we have Eye Flames. I'll get up for Candy Eye Flames. Did I have been a strip club DJ maybe? I don't know. Yeah. He's paying for his college. Yeah. Yeah, you were already probed once. Nice.
Nice.
So never mind. We're not. Irons might be a serious one, so we're gonna leave Irons alone. But I think Iron was probed as well.
I still want to hear the story, Iron. I know
we didn't go over that. So we do have our one. So perfect time to talk about this. By the way, we have our 1 year podcast anniversary coming up after this break. And then we're going to end the season on that episode. So this isn't the last season. It'll be 10 episodes in the season for season 2. And it'll be our 1 year anniversary, which everybody that has been on the podcast, we would like to have them even just pop in and say hi. We're not going to have we can have up to 10 people on the screen or some crazy number. But we did want people to come on. That'd be a great time. That's what I was thinking of is if we could get people to like tell one story or something, you get what I'm talking about, right? Like just one little snippet of that or like an experience of the podcast or something. That was kind of our idea, but like that would be a great story to hear because I've never heard, I've heard parts of it, but I've never heard him like tell.
If you're willing to tell it, Iron.
He is. Pressure. You don't even got to ask him. He's gonna tell us a story. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
You gotta fucking tell me.
Yeah. If not, I'm contacting the Greys and telling them he's ready again.
Oh God.
but
He's
no,
prepped.
but yeah.
We're all
But I
wearing
think-
tinfoil hats when he tells it.
But I think, I feel like to draw all together kind of what I was going with there, I think all of that kind of goes in together. The Great Reset, CERN, aliens,
Oh yeah.
misdirection, everything that we have going on right now, I think all ties into the fact that I think we're alien. I mean, I've been over that before. I don't think we're from Earth, and I'm not trying to be crazy. I mean, I am being, I guess I don't really, I'm tired of saying I'm not trying to sound crazy, but I personally don't believe, and you can call me a kook if you want to, but I don't believe all of us are from here.
No.
I don't believe, I have a hard time believing it with the way we're not adapted to everything that happens. So if evolution is true and all of these things, so I'm from Texas, but I'm in Georgia now.
There's been proven that there's been other species of humans that existed on Earth. So it's like,
well, the last big brain expansion happened with Neanderthals, right?
Yeah.
And they say that I think we went over this, that psychedelic mushrooms, they say could have taken a place into us activating that other part of the brain with the brain. With that, because they were following, I don't know if you saw that. I think we talked about this last podcast.
Yeah.
They were following, so the animals they were hunting, they take poops, right? Well, what grows on the poop is, can you come for a fitting? Yeah, I wear a size 3X. It's real easy. 3X and a wide chest, and that'll be the size of my straight jacket. But
you know what's crazy? Scientists are believing that fucking apes and all that stuff are becoming into the Stone Age now, because there's pictures of apes and all that stuff using rocks as hammers and using sticks as fish poles and spears and all that stuff. So they're thinking that they're coming into the Stone Age, and we're advancing into a is it a class 1 civilization now?
Yeah, I don't think that I don't believe in evolution, man. I don't believe. I don't believe that we came from. I don't believe that we came from monkeys, or because if you go through all of that, then dinosaurs should have evolved to something else and not gone extinct, and then other things should evolve, and we should be evolving and growing other ears. I don't know, but anyway, sorry, Malice. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Like, there's two weird things with that I learned recently. Other than I already knew, for humans, we can't survive out in the elements. We will die. We have no hair all over our bodies, so it doesn't make any sense. So they don't understand how that kind of jumped the timeline. But I just was learning something about that panda bears do not exist.
Oh, that they were made. Yeah, I've heard that.
They're not real. So they're not real. They go, excuse me, I've seen a panda bear. What are you talking about?
I've heard that.
Yeah, I've seen it in person.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I didn't go down into that too deep.
But when you go over there in like China and stuff like that, if they've been around forever, they're not part of the zodiac. I mean, you have a rat, you have a boar, you have a horse, you have a dragon, you have a snake. You start thinking about that. They don't have a panda, but they use pandas like crazy for good luck.
Yeah.
So
nobody's ever seen one born in the
Panda
wild.
Express. What are you talking about?
So they weren't found until like the 1800s.
Yeah.
So they're like, where did they come from?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that, but hello.
I was like, wait a minute, what? Yeah.
I thought you said you were at the shorty. I thought you said you were babysitting. How you doing, Hottie Shoddy? That was our guest. Sorry,
the
I was
only
just
mammal that gets sunburn.
Yeah. So Baron wanted to know how I can believe in evolving, but not in evolution, because to me, those are two different things. We're always evolving as people, right? Our minds evolve, but evolution from us coming from apes is what I'm talking. Darwin theory, like the theory of evolution, meaning different from us.
Like coming from a single celled organism into a fish.
So I believe in us. I believe in us evolving, but not in evolution of us. Coming from, not in the theory of evolution is what I should say. I do believe in evolution. I do believe in evolving, but I don't believe in the theory of that we all evolved from animals that were already on this earth, if that makes sense. I have a hard time believing it. Am I right? Maybe not. But
it's your theory.
But that's my belief system. And I have a hard time investing in that theory that's where we came from.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. Now, to say that we came from I think Neanderthals were the original people here, and they may have evolved from apes. Okay.
Yeah.
But us, no. I don't know if that I'm trying to draw that conclusion. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
But
I believe the same thing because there's been other
Hell yeah.
advanced civilizations that existed
that'll be there sooner or later.
before us, you know?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, well, you know, they're about to finally open one of those tombs in Egypt that hasn't been opened in 10,000 years that we can't reach. They got a rover down to it that has an arm on it, and it's gonna hook up to the door and pull the door open
up fucking Pandora's box.
Yeah, so they finally got it down there, and it's not AI, like it's there. It's not. They haven't opened it yet. There's this, but it's a whole plan to open it, and they drove the rover down, and you know those tunnels that are built inside the pyramids. And
what wasn't there another tomb where it was like descripted in hieroglyphs that do not open up this fucking
all of them are that way though, I think.
Yeah, or something bad's gonna happen, and we end up with like, oh hey, yeah, let's go, guys.
no, Dill, they haven't seen the mummy. No, they obviously haven't, because they think all that. They don't think that the Egyptians had electricity.
Bullshit, they didn't.
Yeah,
they were super advanced fucking civilization.
Yeah, and we were talking. I got this. See, that's crazy because the conversations I get into in general life, not even talking about the podcast, right?
Yeah.
We got into the conversation about Cleopatra today and talked for 45 minutes about Cleopatra today because, you know, she wasn't Egyptian. Yeah. She was Greek. She was put in there as a trade from Greece to Egypt, blah, 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 because she was multilingual.
Yeah.
She had very good personality skills. She was very good at talking to other nations and stuff like that. You know, other blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But yeah, so we got into this long thing about talking about Horus, talking about Ra, talking about Egypt, and talking about the, you know, like the whole thing of everything, you know what I mean? And because it started off talking about masonry and then it went all the way down.
God, the fucking Freemasons is a whole nother conversation.
But, you know, it went from talking about that and it evolved. Our conversation evolved. See, I do believe in evolution, but it evolved into that, you know, like it's crazy. The stuff, again, all of the things like we don't understand, you know, that
we're on a fucking floating rock in space. How much weirder is that? Right now we're talking on a floating rock. Like, this is real life, guys. You realize that? Everyone in chat, we're on a fucking rock right now that's in space, floating through this fucking cosmos, so we have no the fuck idea what we're doing.
Chuck Norris is gonna open the door and see they're gonna see a hieroglyph of Chuck Norris, right? I saw someone say, so someone took the, you know, the picture, and I'm laughing because, you know, Chuck Norris is a great guy, man. He still is. But anyway, so they had, you know, from Terminator when Arnold Schwarzenegger's carrying the casket with the gun, and they took Arnold's face off and they put Chuck Norris's face, and they were like, Chuck Norris has decided he's going to carry his own casket.
I seen a fucking clip on TikTok. It was the scene from I think Endgame, but it had Star-Lord and it had Thor, and it's one like they're arguing back and forth who's in charge of the ship.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And one was labeled God and one was labeled Chuck Norris.
That's funny. Oh, Chuck, man. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. That's the thing that Chuck Norris. I didn't think, you know, I guess time comes for that's one thing. Like you were just talking about the chances, right? So here's something that always blows my mind, that whenever my mind starts to, I know it may sound like it doesn't help my mind get back focused, right? But it helps me realize some things. When you really start to think about the chances of, excuse my language because I'm just going to say it the way it is, right? But all the way from Earth being created, right, to the sperm fertilizing the egg, to you being born and making it this long, and to us sitting here right now, what do you think those calculated odds are? It's insane,
beyond
right?
our comprehension.
You know what I mean? It's an absolute insane, right?
It's probably in the trillions, if not bigger the number than that.
Did you see it? Did you see the meteor, Erwin? Sorry, I just saw his thing talking about the meteorite in Ohio.
Oh my word! Right over the house.
But
it's crazy. Just like speaking numbers right now, you know, like I said, that's probably in the billions and all. So our brains can't fathom how big just a billion is.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Like we looked it up. What it takes like 20 years for you to count to a fucking billion. And then
Yeah.
you go to a trillion, that's even more fucking cosmologically fucking
100%.
unthinkable. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And when I'm watching space videos and like, oh, this is just 100,000 light years away, I'm just like, what does that even mean? Like, what is that? What is that number? What is? I don't understand what this travel fucking measurement you're talking about is light years.
Yeah.
And how did they come up with it and everything?
Like
else?
I get, I like my mind kind of gets it, but when you really break it down and go into like a deep dive into it and like see a third eye, type shit, it's just like we don't understand shit.
So here's a question. I don't know if I posed this last time. What do you think? And anybody can answer first in chat. Y'all can answer too. What do you think, though, if you think space exists and this is not a simulation? Well, if it's a simulation, they can let us in space, right? Simulated into space. But for our minds, right? What do you think your mind would do if you were put in a rocket and just sent into, let's say, right outside of orbit, right? Not talking even far, and you look back down on everything and look out into space. What would happen? Do you think you would faint, die, go into hyperventilation, just chill? What do you think would happen to your mind if you weren't prepared for that?
If you were like blindfolded, fucking thrown up in there and
just you got just to say, okay, let's here you go. You know what the stars were doing in the Virgin rocket? So they were just going into orbit. They weren't going into outer space because no one ever breaks orbit too much, right? So even in orbit, you can see a lot going back down. Not in a plane, but you realize how small and how minute and how much little everything matters then, right? And I think my head, and I, as much as I think I would be prepared, I think my head would pop, dude. Like, holy shit, we mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like, realistically, when you look down and you see everything, you realize how small, how much we don't. Yeah. How much what you think about me really matters. You get what I mean? Day-to-day life stuff, right? The things that we worry ourselves about. Like, what is this? Like, what if
our family?
Well, that's important. All those things are important because that's all we got. But I'm talking about the things that we stress ourselves over that really mean nothing. Yeah. Like I wonder if someone thinks, is he a cool guy? What do you think about me if I'm doing good content? If I'm doing that, you get what I'm saying, right? I'm too afraid to act a fool because what do people think about me? Well, we all die. Right. Yeah. And sooner or later, the person that watched you is going to die. And then we're all not going to be here anymore.
And no one's going to remember who the fuck you were in 100 years.
So it doesn't fucking matter. Right. Do what
no one's going to remember me. No one's going to remember fucking Squirrel. No one's going to remember fucking Mouse or anyone in chat.
The only chance you have for people to remember you is to be your fucking self, and go for it. Right. Like that's how people, that's what I'm saying, so to me, that's the things that I think that in my mind, like that's the hardest thing and it's easy to talk about. Right. So we could all sit here and go, I fully understand that. I don't care what society thinks about me because it doesn't matter anyway. But as soon as we get done and that thought goes away, you're like, oh shit, is this okay? Is this okay? We all do it. I don't care what anybody wants to say. You can, to a certain level, we all do. We all do.
I think I'm probably going a different direction on the topic.
That thought breaks your brain. Yeah.
Sorry. I think probably in, let's say, probably 5,000 years from now, that no one's gonna give a fuck who Hitler was. No one's gonna give a fuck who the presidents were fucking these days, or all the historical shit that we like set on the pedestal and like everyone remembers fucking 30, 40, 100 years back. No one's gonna give two fucks about that, and none of that's gonna be recorded or even talked about.
Yeah, I mean, like so a comment on a video. That's what started me thinking about this. Was it was brought into content, right? Like as far as like doing your content went, right?
Another thing I want to talk about.
And somebody was like, they were like, well, reading the comments is fine, but if you invest too much into them or what other people think or say about you, you're not really doing content then, right? Yeah. You're not doing you. You're not happy doing it, So, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where it comes down to, is that those people that are hating on what you're doing, they're going to die sooner or later anyway, and no one cares. I mean,
Well,
they do care about them dying. You know, I'm talking about what's going on, right?
Yeah.
No
In
one
that moment and
cares that
shit.
no one cares that you made a fool of yourself. Like when I ate the fucking block of cream cheese on fucking stream, I hated doing that because that's not something I want to do. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it was fun. Everybody that was there remembers it. And what? Move on. It didn't matter if people thought it was. Even if I thought it was dumb, I had. Even though I got a little sick and it hurt my stomach.
There was a guy that did a test.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, he laid down in the middle of a mall and just laid there. And every once in a while, he would scream. No one stopped by him. No one fucking really even looked at him. Just fucking left him the fucking alone. He's like, see, no one gives a fuck about what you're doing, so just fucking do it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, in some ways, well, I hate to say it, but some of those things, I think we talked about that too. Those What Would You Do shows?
Yeah.
Like where they ignore fucking kids that are being kidnapped and shit like that, which is absolutely insane, right?
Yeah.
You know, like they turn the other cheek, you know, but that's how far to say the same, to put that in the same perspective though, right? That's how far people's heads are up their own ass and don't want to get involved in anything. That who cares about what you did? Like I see it all the time, especially with how do Ange and them say it, the Timmies or the Tinas, the kids, right? So the new thing today, this is the new rage. Y'all probably seen it. So what the little bastards like to do is they go watch your video and then they screenshot your face in a dumb way, right? So a bad part of the video, and then they put that as a comment on your video. So if you go look, they do it to everybody. They do it, and that's all these streamers, all these young kids that like, you know, that's their. But I wouldn't mind it because I don't care. It's content. I know shit. It's a video I put up, right? But there are people that invest into that, and it hurts their ego, their feelings, and they get into it, and they get too aside from themselves. But I also don't know if people, and that's the thing too, that if you're gonna do content, I know we're going off on another thing, but if you're gonna do it, you got to have the skin ready to do it. You know, because you have to go, I'm going to get those people. I'm going to get somebody that comes in here and tells me I'm horrible at doing this. What do they call that? Put the fries in the bag. Isn't that what they say? The kids say or something, calling you basically you should go get a job at a fucking fast food place instead of doing what you're doing. I think that's what they say, like, which is crazy. So somebody comes in here. So somebody comes into your live and tells you, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's anybody in here that uses that, let me know. But I was in a live a couple of times and I was like,
okay. I'd rather hear a fuck you or you're
I am
trauma
trauma bragging, like, you know? None of that was on mine though. None of that was on mine. I don't even read the comments on my videos, Erwin.
Why don't you go put a fries in the bag, you dumb bitch?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Like in your live. That's what it means. In your live and stop doing content.
Oh my god.
I trauma brag or I trauma dump a lot. It's okay, Erwin. That's what we're here for. We're here to trauma dump. Okay.
I'm gonna use that
That's
at
why
work
I'm
tomorrow.
scared to go.
I'm gonna use that at work tomorrow. I was like, why don't you go put some fucking fries in the bag, you dumb bitch?
No, I don't mean no, and I don't mind but they put them in comment. Like, I don't know. I've seen it. Like, so I was watching a video where a dude put like a those little things that chiropractors use, because I got fucking problems with my spine. Yeah, and they put it's a pole, and he put it on his neck. Well, the video is the guy doing that. Well, somebody goes in there in the comments, and the guy turns sideways, so they put his side profile on the comments. That was the comment. Well, that guy has like 1 million, 2 million followers. He doesn't give a shit about that. But for somebody that's not, but for somebody that is a small time creator, they're not ready for that, man. Yeah. I've given up on what people think about me a long time ago. Same. As soon as I started with all this, I gave up on what fucking people think about me a long time ago.
Yep.
I still care enough, right? Let's not kid ourselves. We still care enough, but I try. That's something that I think
not caring at all is a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, I care enough to put on clothes.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Thank you.
That's about it. Other than that, it's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have on just a shirt right now, no pants. See? No, I'm just kidding. Look, Malice, why are you saying so?
Malice,
I'm telling Mr. Malice. I'm telling Mr. Malice. No, I'm just.
On the content thing, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Is I think the content thing it's gonna fall off eventually. It's gonna not be a thing anymore. Like, it's gonna have its run for a while, and then it's not gonna be a fucking thing anymore and just go away, and no one's gonna be content creators and all that shit. Yep.
It's gonna shape shift, man. I feel like if you're not That's the thing, right? So people that do video game lives, right? So and I'll say this, and I say it, and I don't mean if I hurt somebody's feelings, it's okay if I do, but TikTok is, I've said this a million times. TikTok's like the fast stream to the easy button in streaming, right?
Yeah.
Because not even on Twitch, you go live on Twitch, it's really hard to share out your live, right?
Oh,
Yeah, go stare at that sun for a while. You're gonna need that sun for a while. But I feel like so right now the big thing is with it switching over to United States, and a lot of people are finding out after these this last year. A lot of people thought they were these big time creators and they made $40,000-$50,000 on TikTok in a year, and then they got hit with the IRS. And they realize how little that have made, or then they're going to try to dodge it, and then they're going to take more out. You're never going to get ahead if you're doing something like that, right? So what's going to happen though is they've already started. The gifts things have already slowed down on TikTok, right? So then they bring up the subs, the super fan subs to $9.99. I'm not trying to bring up the thing about Iron because I know it's a touchy subject with him, but I'll bring it up because fuck them anyway that did that. But that type of shit that happened with him, with that company, that put that copyright on his live because he had 500 people in there watching him like he normally does on an F1 stream. And he'll tell you this himself. I don't mind saying it. On a regular stream, he has his normal 20, 30, you know what I'm saying? Just like any, but on the F1 days, he has those 100, 2, 3, 4, 500 people because he has done the work to get there playing the game. He has always streamed the races. He puts his titles right. He interacts with chat. He does the things. Blah 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 blah
content.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So here, and he interact, and he does the things that you need to do, and he's done it the way consistency, which is the biggest thing in content creation, is why I feel like that I struggle with it, and a lot of people I know that struggle with it because, it said, "Get me the fuck down, dude." Does that happen every time you grab pussy? But anyway.
Oh, shit.
Fucking
But,
oh my god.
What just happened there? Hold on. Can we just take a pause and assess the situation?
Oh my god. You're so cake.
Chat, how the fuck are you not laughing right now?
but
Maybe they're too busy laughing.
but I think, but yeah. So, Erwin Curtis LLC. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like, but I feel like that's what's gonna happen, man. Is they're gonna get to the point where you have to pay to play. It's gonna be there's gonna be this thing where it's gonna be brought down because the way I see it going is kind of, and I'm not referring it to Omingle by any means, but I see most of the streamers going the Omingle way, right? So we're gonna pop in, say hi, do your thing. There's going to be then the next level of because I'm not in this. So I'm not in this because just because we do a podcast doesn't mean that I think I'm kind of super content creator. I do this shit because I love doing it.
Yeah.
I love talking to friends. I love talking to different people. I love playing video games when I do video game streams. Otherwise, I'm not going to play a game. No, it's not. TikTok is not the hardest to stream on. Sorry, Iron, but I'll fight that one all day with you.
Same.
Show me your numbers from TikTok. Show me your numbers from Twitch, and we'll talk. And show me your numbers from YouTube.
I had when I first started TikTok, I had more numbers on TikTok than I ever did starting out on YouTube or Twitch.
TikTok's the apps. TikTok to me is the absolute easiest. You can have 400 people in there watching you by turning on your phone at a theme park.
Because when I started TikTok, I would have like 70 people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right now.
Yeah, you don't. No, you don't. You can still be shared out. You can still be shared. You can jump on your account and share yourself out. You can be discovered still by not performing for the AI. You can do all of those things without performing. You're not going to get 100 people, but to get the numbers that you do on Twitch, 12 people in chat, you don't got to do shit besides turn on that camera on TikTok. And don't tell me any different, because it's 100% the truth. And I'm not trying, you know what I mean? But it's 100% the truth, because people will go on TikTok. They don't even got to have a good, and I'm trying to not say, like, not talking about camera quality wise. They can have the shittiest stream going and they're blowing up. You do that same thing on Twitch, on YouTube, or anywhere else. You cannot play music unless you take it off your VOD, right? You know, you cannot, all of those things, you have to do true content. You can't, and TikTok will go farther down into it, but TikTok was created. TikTok did exactly what it wanted to. TikTok was created to say, you can go live. You can do it too.
And you can have an audience.
They did what they set out to do, and now they raised the prices for giving people that freedom, and everybody wants to buck them on that. Now, to say all of the sensory shit from TikTok is bullshit, but their business plan is 100% smart as hell. They gave everybody a free chance, and then they said, now that you have, give us more. Yep. That is a business decision. And us as streamers, we are the streamers. We are not the people. We are not the consumers. Right now, I am the content. I am not the viewer. The algorithm is not made for me. It's made for you as the viewer. And that's where I think we have to get where we get it really, really, really mixed up at. We think the algorithm is supposed to work for us as creators. No, the algorithm works for the people consuming it. So that's where, and there is no algorithm in Twitch, really. You can get on the main page, but how many of y'all, tell me, anybody in here, I never have, who's ever went and searched on the main page? The only reason I found new people on Twitch is from raiding or being in other people's streams. Yes, but I have never got it by clicking off the main page on there and looking up a game. Now, I have gone in and searched that as a content creator because I want to see what other people are doing, right? Because that's how you learn. But I have never ever went in there and been like, "Oh, look, I got a new friend off the Twitch main page." No. I've met you all on TikTok. So let's go back and revisit that conversation. It is a lot easier on TikTok.
Well, the only reason I grew faster, I'm just talking about YouTube and Twitch. The only reason I grew faster on Twitch because I focus heavy on just the gaming content and focusing just on that. Because Twitch is more gaming oriented and all that stuff. So and because you can on there too.
And the thing with TikTok is you have your audience give, and I can prove this to you. I can 100% prove it to you. You have people. Ange is the perfect example for this, and I'm not talking bad about it, so I don't mind. It's a compliment to me. But she is the perfect example of how to make TikTok work for you. You come in and you send a heart me, and she asks you for free shit that you can easily do. Repost like that. You know what I'm saying? There's normal things. Well, every person that reposts, that is a consumption to that algorithm. They are consuming that content. They're not just tapping, they are reposting. Okay. So all of those things, I guarantee you, everybody if we want to run this, take a brand new account. Okay. We'll start I have a brand new account I've never streamed on before. I will fire up that account. Everybody come in there, repost, and do that. I guarantee you I'll have more people than I have in my Squirrel Master Live when I go live on TikTok. I could prove that to you at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 8, 9, 10.
That happened to all of us.
Because I'm just telling you, because that's the way it's made for consumption. The more people watches, views don't mean shit. I'm just telling you, on the videos, views don't mean anything. The likes, it's those things that when they tap and they watch through and they don't skip and they do those things and they rewatch it. Why do you think people are asking now, if you go watch a lot of people's videos, what does it say? Please watch this twice. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. The only time my fucking viewership dipped is when they shut down TikTok and then reactivated it. Something in that algorithm fucking changed. Nobody was getting views at that time. That's the only time my fucking views changed. But when we all first started Twitch or TikTok, my shit was like 60 to 70 to 80 people in there constantly.
Yeah, TikTok, it'll push to you, but I'm just saying, like, there's ways, and now whether they stick or not, that's another question. Okay, we're not talking about sticking. We're talking about discoverability. You know, and the easiness of getting your name out there. There's a reason why people on Twitch still post on TikTok and have people go to their Twitch. There's a reason why they do that. There's a reason why people dual stream on TikTok. If it was so much easier on Twitch, why don't we just do separate streams? Because it's easier. The more you get your name out there, the easier it is. And
some
TikTok,
some of the bigger content creators and streamers have a bigger following on TikTok than any other profiles.
yeah. Oh, I'm one of them. I don't know how I got 20,000 on TikTok, but I got 20,000 on TikTok. I'm sitting at 1,000 and something on YouTube. You know, but but in the YouTube one, I'm going to tell you right now, the YouTube vertical, okay, not horizontal, but the vertical algorithm that YouTube is doing now, and I can show you this because I've been involved enough. I can show you on this account right here, on the Keeping Gaming Weird one, the discoverability of your videos
Or shorts.
to get more of your your shorts to get more subs, which those are different than TikTok. You're not paying for a sub on YouTube. That's just clicking the follow button, basically, right? So, but with those things, if you go and look, there are our views on our videos don't even equal anything near what our subs do.
Same.
We have 150 subs, and almost if you go and you look at all of our shorts, 1,000 views. And we don't do any, I can tell you right now, we don't do any kind of advertisement. I did one advertisement, and that was the first episode of Keeping Gaming Weird. Other than that, I have done no advertising.
Most of my shorts on my YouTube channel has more views than most of my actual videos, besides my super high ones.
Yeah. And that's, and to me, that goes along with, Iron's talked about this. We've all talked about this. In a video, you have to keep it. TikTok doesn't pay you unless it's a minute long, right? Minute and 1 second, minute and 2 bullshit seconds if you're in the creator program, right? So that's how you get paid on views, and it has to have over, this many views, and then you start getting paid on it, right? But at the same time, like, who watches a minute video?
Yeah.
When's the last time you actually watched a 1-minute video? All the way through. I mean, being honest, how many of y'all have? How many of y'all not looked up like you're watching it and then you start to listen, you don't even watch it anymore? I've let them play all the way through. But to say that I have...
I just sat and watched the whole thing, yeah.
Consume the actual content.
But you can't. But see, Iron, then I can go on the same thing that you can monetize on TikTok immediately. I've been on YouTube for a while and I cannot monetize on YouTube. You have to get millions of fucking watch hours to monetize on YouTube. TikTok, all you got to do is go live for a certain amount of time and people can start sending you gifts. Now on videos, it's another side, right? You have to have so many followers. But let's be honest, this day and time, you can bot yourself all the way there.
Yeah.
And then you have to find the real true followers, right? Because your videos aren't going to get the views and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But you can bot yourself to monetization. You cannot bot yourself to monetization on YouTube. You might be able to, but it's going to cost you about $20,000 to get those amount of bots that do that.
Yeah, YouTube is for the long term.
I'm just saying, like, and to me, they're all hard. Okay, let's just be honest here. Let's say in
I would say
content
YouTube's
creation,
the hardest to get monetized.
in content creation is a fucking hard game. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Most people think it's easy. You turn on a camera, it's all good. No, it's not like that, right? It definitely has to. My girlfriend watches 1-minute videos after 2 minutes in bed. Nice. So you get 3 minutes total in bed. That's good.
You Squirrel, Iron, you can, yes. Well, even you've said it, Squirrel, Iron. God damn it. Why are you both saying fucking Squirrel? Iron,
It's 3 of us now.
Yeah. Iron, even you said it before, if you just want to do this as a hobby, then yeah, you can go on there and without the BS and all that shit. But if you're dedicated to this and making it to a company and make it into a fucking full-on, this is your livelihood and this is how you make your fucking money and all that stuff, then you have to fucking take consideration of the algorithm of fucking Twitch and all the fucking bullshit, because if you really dig into fucking Twitch, there's a lot of bullshit behind Twitch too.
Yeah. There's ways, and I've started showing some of them, like on the discoverability tab. I haven't got into the rest of it with them yet
because I've been doing this shit for 10 years. So.
Because, the last time when I was on Twitch, right, and before I took that long break, I was on a partner push, right? I was touching the tip of the partner push,
Yeah.
And Malice is like, well, that's one way to put it. But
wait.
But I go away and you come back. But the thing is, like, There's still,
Ah,
there's
sorry.
still no. You're good, but there's still no. There's not. There is so much more to the background of that. That a true you can sign up with, like, you know how TikTok has its bullshit. TikTok is bullshit agencies. Okay, it's not a true agency. TikTok agency, they can't even help you with your videos. They can only help you with your lives. They can only help you fight a ban.
I joined one, and it hasn't helped me. So
well, I mean, they do help. They help in a way, but they're not what you think, right?
Yeah.
So everybody thinks of an agency as an agent, somebody like a talent agent.
And get unbanned
Yeah,
and everything.
but they don't do it. So if you get a true agency like on Twitch or YouTube, those people's job is to go and push your people into that live. They're there to then go and share you out to other people so that you don't have to go and do that. You still have to create then you have to perform. And that's where it comes into, because not every time, for me, I stream video games just because it's fun to do. And what I want to do it for a living, I don't know, but I think that's what's going to happen, though. Iron's talking, and I didn't finish that statement, but I feel like more companies are going to do that bullshit like Iron had, right? Yeah. Where if you talk about some things, it's going to be talking now, right? I feel like it's going to go down more and more and more and more and more. And it's going to be to the point where you're only doing it if you have a true passion, which I don't have a problem with that, but it's going to get harder.
Yeah, Malice, you did the transition from TikTok to Twitch. I mean, how rough was that transition from there? I mean, I know you had a decent following and people.
It was hard, yeah. Everybody helped me though that knew I was going over there.
Yeah.
I'm happier over there.
Yeah.
Truly, like I don't feel like I have to put on a show,
right,
or anything like that. I never go face on. Yeah. Nobody has seen my face probably in like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have all the
I'm
rules
very
and
self-conscious and stuff like that. So like over there, I can be my cat with the little horns, and I'm happy, screaming. My cat looks freaking possessed. But yeah, I'm happier over there though. I don't know.
And one thing that's good about Twitch is all the like tools and stuff it comes with, all the plugins and everything you can use to help you, really put your spin on it and all that stuff. I
love the interaction with chat more. Like if TikTok had, this is going to be the truth, and I'll tell you the
Twitch
truth.
has the best
if TikTok took away 75% of the gifts that they have, okay, right? Like I'm just saying, if they took away all of the ones that are $10 and above, right? And they went to heart me's and a few gifts, right? And then they went to channel points where people got rewarded for just watching, right?
Yeah.
I would love that. But the one thing that gets me in what Iron's saying, if you have on TikTok, you have to perform. That's the problem with me is every little penny. I don't want to have and I appreciate everything that everybody does, right? But I don't want to be like, thanks for the, if you think about it this way, stop saying the gift name and say, thanks for the penny.
Yeah.
So you're stopping your stream every 30 seconds to tell somebody, thanks for the 13 pennies, 13 squirrels. Stop doing it and do the stream. TikTok is all about the gifts. It's about battling. It always will be. It will never be about video game streaming. It's always going to be about getting the gifts, filling a gift gallery, and moving up in the D leagues. That's what TikTok will always be about. And as soon as you stop trying to push for that algorithm, you're going to do that,
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah. No, all of it is. There's work. If you don't put in work to go 100%. On your Twitch live, you should be putting everything into all of these platforms.
Yep.
That's why I haven't been
one platform. You should do. That's
why I haven't been back live on YouTube, is because until I get all my Twitch ties in, I do it over here. You know what I mean? I get them all tied in, and the crazy part is nowhere. Okay. Do you have all these people making up backup accounts like you do in TikTok?
Yeah.
TikTok, every fucking streamer has a backup account. If you don't, you should. And Iron is the perfect example of why. Some stupid shit can come down and it stops your whole progress. Whereas if you have a backup account, you have to have on Twitch, people go on their same one. You're not getting banned unless you're doing something wrong. On TikTok, it's different. But it's the same,
I've never
Yeah.
gotten in trouble on Twitch ever. And on TikTok, I would get in trouble for like
Yeah.
hate speech. I'm like, me?
Yeah.
Hate speech of all the people in the world. What are you talking
I've
about?
probably
Yeah.
been banned on Twitch or TikTok
I mean,
like
and that's
7 times.
but that's what the agency is good for.
Yeah,
Iron
that's when I
right
was
there.
done.
That's what they're good
I
for.
was-
And I know you get information from yours and all that other stuff. And they do help if you get in with a good agency. Again, I'm not bad. I am not somebody that is against agencies. Okay. I'm against the bullshit ones that don't do anything for people. And when I say do things for them, you see them come in your live and all they want to do is drop a gift. Like that's what's there for you. They don't give you any pointers. They don't do anything about your content. They've never even really watched your live. So why are we in this relationship, right? Where I know I've heard Iron stories about, and I know there is no perfect agency, okay? Because they're being paid by TikTok, but technically they're working for us for free, okay? So they're going to give you the service in which you're providing to them, right? So as much as your live is worth to them, I feel like that's how much they're going to push for you. And yes, you do well for them, and you've been with them for a while, so more can get done. But if you're talking about somebody that's new to an agency, it's not gonna. And I can show you proof of that across.
Was that a train?
Other creators, yeah, probably Iron's back or not Iron Flames' background. Sorry, I looked at Flames and Iron's names over, but
Sorry.
that's my opinion, and I don't hate. It's not that I hate TikTok by any means, because I've met Flames was talking about this before the podcast started. He was like, Malice, you're the reason this podcast even exists, because Malice introduced me and Flames. I would have not
You're
met
my boys.
I would have not met the great people that I met without TikTok.
Yeah.
That's 100% the truth, and I will never take that away. I've met some of the best people. I will say this, and this is not. I've met some of the best people, and some of them aren't even here. Okay, it doesn't matter if they come in my live or not, right? I have met some of the most kind-hearted, best people. To see them, they're just trying to make it in life like all the rest of us. They don't mean anybody, and we all go through our shit, right? But I've met some of the best people there. I can go to Twitch and I say I've met a lot more fake people on Twitch, because that is also the thing. But I'll tell you that I've met some of the best people that have helped me through streaming. They've helped me with confidence in streaming. They've helped me through some of my tough times and shit and life in general.
Same.
And I would not have had that. I don't think that I would have met Iron if I was on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have met Flames. I don't think I would have met Malice, because of the discoverability, right?
Yeah.
And so I definitely don't. I hold it. TikTok, that's the reason I still go back to it, or I would abandon it totally. TikTok does have a place in my, and I don't mean to sound gushy, right? Or mushy, but TikTok has a place in my heart because of the people I've met.
Yeah.
And because of the experience I've gained through it. I know
the people
more.
that's been there for me, like y'all two, and some of my hard ass times in life and all that stuff.
And so I'm not ever going to badmouth it to anybody. I suggest anybody, you want to start streaming, start on TikTok.
Yep.
I will suggest that to the end of my,
definitely.
because then you get to learn, you get to deal with chat. You go on Twitch, dude, you might be there for 90 days with one person in your chat.
That doesn't say nothing, just watching.
Yeah.
You have no idea who that person is.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to go raid. Who was that? When I raided you, Malice, was it you that I raided with 31 people the other day? And I didn't even know. I went to go hit the raid button, and me and Joe were just farming, because, I don't look at numbers, right? On here, I can see it because it's on the software. On my other stuff, when I go live, I have like 9 monitors. I cover up everything, right? So I hit raid, and I'm like 31 people ready to raid. What the fuck is this shit? And it was only like 5-6 people talking in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know 30 people ain't a lot to a lot of people, but
people
to me, that's a lot.
Chill. People
to me,
chill.
That's a win. If I'm on TikTok even, and I have 20 people in my chat, I feel like that's a win, because I'm not there for the 500. I'm not there to be, I'm just being very honest when I say this. Everybody else's goals are their own. I'm not there to be a TikTok live pro. I am not there to do all of those things. I am there to better myself, to fine tune my ways of making content. My end game, which I've discussed with people over and over and over again, is to not have to have the viewers pay me, and with subs or with anything, it's to have companies pay by getting the viewership up. And the only way you're going to do that is to get your up, right? But
Like
that's-
YouTube does with their ads.
and that's why I'm lucky enough to be in the position I'm in, which I don't mind talking about this. I'm involved with a coffee bean company, right? That we're getting going. I'm going to use that and advertise on my platforms because I'm only a percentage of an owner of that. It's not my company, right? So I'm going to advertise that company like on here and on there. That gets my foot in the door because we are also making a TikTok shop with the stuff on there. Yeah. So when that links to my account and I become an agent of that and I'm selling more coffee through there than ever fucking a knife or a fucking stupid earbuds or these things or any of this stupid shit on TikTok that they push and send you for free, because who cares? I mean, free stuff is great, but at some point, dude, I've got too much shit anyway. Okay. But that's the end goal, is to not have, and if that's what it takes, is shit, I'll take free shit all goddamn day long, right? But that's the end goal, is to not have to have that happen. And if that's your end goal, then going on the gift rant is pointless to talk to somebody about that gift rant, because the person that is there for the gifts and has to believe that those gifts have to keep coming and are gonna, and I'm not, and again, I hate this because it makes me sound like a prick, and I don't care. And I don't care if somebody ever sent me another heart me, okay? If that's the way you feel about it, don't ever do it again. I don't care. But I hate the fact that I have to stop my fucking live every 10 seconds for thank you. I don't mind the heart me's because those are but for thanks for the rose, thanks for this. And then you're viewed as not somebody who is engaging with your chat if you're not saying fucking thank you for every penny that comes across, dude. How are you ever going to be, if you said thank you for every penny that you made, how are you ever going to be a millionaire?
Yep.
I'm just saying, how are you ever going to grow? Because you have people come in, but at the same time, the money of a 500 person chat with the same amount of people talking in a 20 person chat is the same monetary value besides the viewership. And that's the thing that Iron does, and that I wish that I would. That's the only reason I wanted to do F1 with them. And that stopped instantly because I couldn't do it and enjoy it. Remember, I got a ban for that. Okay. So obviously I'm not just going to chase it, but you find what by being yourself. He's done it by doing what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. He loved F1. He loved racing. He got his racing wheel. He's fucking dove into it. And you could tell when he's on, he's happy fucking doing it. And people are going to come see it, but he's not chasing the gifts. And that's the hard part, though. In that stream, though, I have that issue with me, is it's hard to sit there and play a game. I don't mind going. That's why I can't wait to do this coffee thing. Look, man, the cat's out the bag now. I can't wait to do the coffee thing because my TikTok account will be no more video game streaming. It will be me sitting here talking with a shopping cart to the coffee on it.
Yeah,
because and then you can send your heart me's, you can send your taps, you can do whatever the hell you want to do, So anyway,
you're supposed to be drinking your coffee too.
Good TED Talk. Good TED Talk.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah. Well, and I was watching. And here's and I get off on these, and I'm still thinking because I got a lot going on with my business and with my life right now. And expanding, and we were talking some flames before. That it's a different situation than I've been in for a long time. So I'm watching, and there's this guy. He's multimillionaire. He sold a company for $20 million, right? And he's on a live, just like we're talking here. He was at his house in his backyard with his dogs on TikTok. Okay, so there you go. Well, I love TikTok enough. I watch live still, right, and discover people. But he's talking about it, and he's like, "Look, man." So somebody asked him in chat, "How did you get the success that you got?" He said, "Well, what you're asking me is about how did I get the money I got, or how did I sold a company for $20 million?" He's like, "But that wasn't success to me. Success is the byproduct. Money is what you receive. Money is not success."
Nope.
And so that's where, to me, in my head, I'm like, success can be also doing what you want to do and being comfortable in what you're doing.
Can be multiple things.
You don't have to be a millionaire to be successful. You don't have to be a thousandaire to be successful.
It doesn't have to be even about money.
Provide for your family, exactly. But we do have basic needs that we have to meet.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, my success is not measured by how many people watch my live. My success is how I feel and my continuance of doing it. That's where I gauge my success. Because like Iron said in the live when he was here, how many people, I don't remember the exact number, Shoot me if you want. But most of the people that start, they fail in streaming, right? Within a year or whatever it was.
Within a year,
right?
yeah.
For us to keep going and doing what we're doing, the podcast is a year long. We've been streaming 10 years, whatever years, this year's, those years, 1 year, 2, whatever it is, you've made that success.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have 100 people watching your live, even if you're not doing it full time, even if you're still having to have a part-time job to support your family and do your thing, you are fucking successful because you're doing what you wanted to do.
This was like my YouTube channel when I started it, and now that fucking how many X amount of years that I'm close to 1 million fucking views and all that stuff, and I find success in that, and just that my
That's
drive and all
awesome.
that stuff, and my work ethic to build all that stuff, and I'm proud of myself, and I hold that on a pedestal for myself.
That's true, though. I mean, that sorry, I don't mean I was listening to you too, but I was looking at a comment there and I know he's not being, it's not a joke, Erwin's saying, sometimes that is success to me, helping somebody else, and then those things are what make me successful in life, because you can have some of y'all that know me. No, I've blown, and this is not far-fetched. It's not a pat on my back because I suck at this for life and life in general about this, right? But I've blown $1 million in a year.
Yeah.
I have nothing to show for it anymore. I have stories to tell you. I got some crazy fucking stories to tell you about that time. But I didn't invest a penny of it. I didn't buy a house. I bought 4 cars. I bought other things, right? Clothes. Went on vacations. Got really trashed in Vegas a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Made a bunch of bad decisions, but I have nothing to show for it. Was I successful?
Right.
Was I successful at that time? I would say I'm more successful now than I was then. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's my personal view on it, right? Is because that money didn't mean shit, obviously. Yeah. And now, I don't have anything near that, right? But because I blew it, that was my, what I mean? I don't want to say that was my one and only chance, but that to me, I was chasing something then, right? If you're always chasing.
I had a similar situation. I had a 6-figure job where I was making damn good money, but, partying my ass off, doing stupid shit, fucking years later, nothing to show for it.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I game and stuff on Twitch, and I have fun. I let people scare me. People love coming in there and doing it and stuff. But aside from that, in my Discord, I do separate things. I do stuff with like self-care Sundays and stuff like that. I'm very big about that after losing my brother to suicide. So helping others, I understand. I think the one thing I took away from losing my brother was you never know when someone's going to leave or whatever, right? But my whole thing was, what was he thinking when he was alone?
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart when I know when people are going through whatever, and they always feel like I always feel like a burden.
Yeah.
So if I feel that way, and I know I'm not, but yeah. So it's like I have to tell other people the same thing. So it's not just games and stuff. And Eddie's told me a million times, even when I'm not doing my best, I feel like I'm letting people down that look forward to seeing me on Tuesdays and Thursdays to do stupid, scary shit, and on Mondays and stuff. And he goes, it's not about that. They know you're there for them. And but I know that gives people joy, scaring the shit out of me. It's freaking weird, but I know it brings joy to others. It's like they can think about other things.
Yeah.
And just sit here like, I'm going to go scare the shit out of Malice tonight, and we're going to have fun. So for me, that's what I'm rich in, is the people I've been able to meet and touch them.
It lets them escape
in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah, lets them escape their bullshit and focus on something else and just kind of let that world go and be in the world that with you and all that stuff, and that you created in the community and all that stuff. So it just helps them deal with their life, in a different outlook, and their stresses go for a night or two.
And while you're on that subject, don't ever to anybody, to y'all here, to anybody. And I'd say this to myself too. When it comes down to it, talk to somebody. There's a guy on TikTok, bearded. I don't know him, but I just saw the thing. So, he committed suicide. And he made 2 videos on TikTok, one to his mom, one to his kids. And all of his content was happy content.
It was the happiest one.
Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't think about the judgment. Deal with the judgment side of it. I'm going to tell you, because I know for me, I'm speaking from my heart when I say this. I have a hard time reaching out to people sometimes because I have that fear of opening myself up. Right? What are they going to think? Are they going to think I'm crazy? Am I saying too much? Deal with that later. Open your fucking mouth and talk to somebody. Don't stop and just talk. Just talk to somebody. Don't do just talk to somebody. Don't care about anything.
To have feelings.
Yeah, most definitely. But
talk to somebody.
If you're going through that stuff or whatever you're dealing with, there has to come a point where, I'm gonna fucking be blunt here and just use some harsh language. You have to fucking knuckle the fuck up and put your big boy britches on, or put your fucking big boy women panties on and all that stuff, and swallow your fucking guilt and whatever you fucking have going on at that time, and ask for fucking help. You have to put your differences aside. You have to fucking let go and all that stuff. You have to not give a fuck about anything at that moment and be like, hey, I need fucking help. Whether that's embarrassing yourself, fucking making yourself think you're stupid or anything like that, you got to put all that shit aside.
Yeah. I mean, we can do a lot of things. To me, I say this to my friends, okay? And Erwin, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, because this is a perfect way to kind of wrap up. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes and we try to get it that way, right? But everybody can say what you guys say. But from the bottom of my heart, man, I mean this to my friends, to anybody that's listening. We are allowed to do a lot of things. We can be angry. We can be upset. We can be depressed. We can be happy. We can be all of these things. But one thing, nobody that I know is allowed. We cannot fucking give up.
Nope.
Okay? We're not allowed to quit. That's, to me, that is the thing. We can have all of these problems, but we cannot fucking quit. Okay? That's the way I feel about it. Is all of my, to my friends, to anybody else, if you got to find somebody, talk to them. You're allowed to have all of these crazy, dude. You want to know some crazy shit that goes on up in here? We can talk about it and I make you feel like fucking, I'm not saying that I'm the crazy, but we can talk about it to laugh enough to go, okay, now we can do this. But you're not allowed to fucking give up.
I live by two mantras. You're never out of the fight, and you make choices. You don't look back.
But Malice, you haven't seen, no one's seen you in 6 months, but you're glowing, not just because your camera's bright, but
I have the sun in front of me. That is what it is.
But that's good though. It was good to see you though. It was really good.
Thank you. It's good to see y'all too.
We never topped on the subject of mimics.
Oh yeah, well no one knows.
Yes, please.
Because no one freaking knows. That's the end of the story on that one.
Yeah.
Malice,
You wouldn't go after it? Would you seriously go after it? I wouldn't.
Look, at this point, the way I've looked into this, if a mimic right now, if I heard somebody out here that I know, I'm going to look for him, okay? Because I want to fucking find out. I don't. I'm a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna run.
Okay,
Let me be tough.
Since Malice is pretty knowledgeable on this stuff,
her camera's bright.
So like, what defines a mimic? Just like hearing a voice of a relative or yourself or your name being called. Is that a mimic?
It would definitely. It sounds just like you. It would look like you.
Or your parents or your kids or something.
I mean, yeah. I've always had an innate, I guess you can call it a gift or whatever, but I've always been connected to that side and always seeing shit and felt stuff. But I always hear my name called and hear my name be called in other people's voices and all that stuff. And they can be
say
anywhere,
no
at
matter
night,
where
it is.
No, it'll be
don't whistle in the house at night. Keep your curtains drawn.
Yeah.
And do never ever go into the forest.
It'll be a voice that you recognize.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's either my voice or someone in my family's voice.
It won't be yours. So yours might be something I don't know, but a mimic would be. So it's like if you have a child, say your son when he can talk,
son
right?
or mom,
he's
or dad
over,
or brother,
somebody that's in the house or somebody that's gone. and then you're like, they're not here. You know, they just left, and you hear somebody like, hey, Flames, come in. I got a sandwich, or hey, do you want this drink, or whatever? And they're like, help or something like that. And your door. So I've watched enough videos, right? The door will kind of
this door ain't fucking here.
Well, that's not always a mimic. A mimic can be no, but I'm just saying, like, so there's, I guess, phasmophobia would be the way that I would only be able to say it. You have to go through tests of what it's doing to find out if it would be a mimic or not. And I don't know enough, but I'm just stuck on the fact because no one knows. So they can tell you that a mimic, people say a mimic exists. This is what a mimic does, blah, blah, blah. No one can tell you what happens if you meet up with a mimic.
Or a skinwalker. That's another one that you can go by, a skinwalker.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it happen to you, Malice?
No, not per se. No. I've heard stories of other people doing it. The only thing that happens in this house is we see shadow people.
Yeah.
And Alice, my daughter, and I, we're good now. We see it. We're even happier now that Kevin finally saw it.
Yeah.
And his face, like, he was freaked the F out. He was just like, was that the child? And I'm like, no, Alice is upstairs. And I already knew what he saw because I saw it too, but it didn't say anything because he thinks we're nuts. But now that he's seen it, he's just like, this is the shit that you guys see. We're like, yeah. So once you finally see it, it is freaking creepy.
Right.
It
Have
is.
you anything, Squirrel?
Me?
Yeah. Any mimics?
I don't. Man, I think that I believe in ghosts, but I don't believe in them. I guess like other people, I don't think that they're. I hear stuff, but I think it's the alternate timeline that has clashed into ours. There, I don't know. But to me, that's what to me, when I think of a ghost, it's something maybe that has happened with that. I have a hard. Again, it's not that I don't believe.
Or different creatures that live in.
Yeah. Or hey, it could be a ghost because again, it's the things. I've been in places. I've told you some about them. When I went to Fresno and I went in that house, that haunted house in Fresno, I felt something like touch. I've been in things where I don't feel comfortable, right? That's the part that worries me. It's not that if I see something, right? So if I see something, or if I see like a shadow walk by, or I've seen that a lot. What Malice is talking about a lot, but I blame that on eye vision and science and blah blah. Right. But I've seen that stuff. The part that gets me is when I get a feeling, right? So I've been sitting here before and I have I told you this one? I think I did. I think I was talking to you in Discord when this happened. I was sitting here like this and I was playing a game and something pushed my head forward like that. That part and then the hair. So if you ever notice when I talk about my goosebumps, right? So right now I have none, even talking about that. What fucks with me is when I get a bad feeling and then it's like, all my senses, my spidey sense, right? Something that I can't explain. It's not a fear.
Right.
It's not anxiety. It's like something is not right. That's when I don't know what the fuck is going on. Again, I don't know if there's ghosts. I don't know. But I think did I tell you the story about my sisters? So my little sisters, my great grandfather died before she was ever even conceived or thought of, right? Well, I knew my great grandpa until I was like 6. He was alive. Well, no one ever really put up pictures, because he's been gone for, what I mean? It's just not something, right? Well, my stepdad, her new husband, my sister's dad, he's not, I'm not trying to be mean about him, but he's not a smart guy. So this is not a hoax. Okay. When my mom met him, he couldn't read or write. All right. So this is not something that he's coming up with out of his ass, is what I'm trying to say, right?
It was common back then.
Yeah, but he's not. So my little sister's born. She's still in the crib. He freaks out, wakes my mom up saying there was a man standing over my sister in a crib. Right? Years go by. 2 or 3 years go by. My mom's digging through family pictures. He snatches the picture out of her hand and starts like pointing. He's like, this was the person that was standing there.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's literally like a picture of a guy he never met. He may have seen other pictures, but it's not, because when my great grandma passed away, most of the pictures came, not like they all came down, but she was the one that had them all up in her house. The other pictures, they were like in family rooms and we had pictures up, but they weren't like visible to see. You know what I mean? And for him to have seen that, but Cannibal said, do you believe in premonitions? But yeah.
I have them.
I have a wild. I'm probably gonna get emotional talking about it, but I'm gonna tell it anyways. So it was this year we had one of our close relatives pass away on a canoeing trip. Right, it was sudden and all that stuff. No one
See you,
expected
Erwin.
it. He ended up somehow flipping over in his kayak and getting wrapped up in some brush and all that stuff, and couldn't get back to the surface of the water and breathed and all that stuff. And he ended up passing away, and he went missing for like 24 hours. No one could find him. And eventually found him and all that stuff. But 2 days before they went on the trip, me and my uncle were talking, just casually talking about it and all that stuff. And when we're talking about it, I was just like, they shouldn't go on this trip. Like, they should stay home. But to me, I was just like, maybe I'm just like overthinking it and all that stuff, or maybe over paranoid, or just me being me or whatever. But it's just weird that I had that feeling and all that stuff. And then days later, after the incident, we went to the funeral and all that stuff. And I never told my uncle about the feeling that I had. And then we're talking like 2 or 3 days after the funeral, and he's like, can I tell you something? I was like, what? He's like, I had a feeling that we shouldn't gone on that trip. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. That's crazy that you had someone that you knew that passed away like that. Our really good friend, Vahan, he died the same way.
Really?
From a kayak. Yeah, the water
Yeah.
pulled him down. When I tell you he was very fit, I'm talking there couldn't have been an ounce of fat on this guy.
Yeah.
Very young, early 20s. And this just happened maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like devastating to us. Like, that was like my son. Like, I watched that kid grow up from like middle school.
Right. Yeah. Same with him.
I
remember David since I was little, and
that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Jeez. I've had it multiple times when premonitions happened to me. I knew when my brother broke his arm before it happened. I knew my dad got in the accident in the helicopter on the ship. I told my mother. I was little. I was like 5.
Yeah.
And then I had a fiance before Kevin. And a month before he died in the car accident, I had a nightmare. I woke up and I told him, I said, I had this horrible dream. You got hit by a semi. You died in the car. He got hit by a lumber truck. Died in the car.
Holy shit. Damn. Yeah, just
Yeah.
weird ass shit.
So like, but before but it's always bad shit. It's like, it can't be something like I won the fucking lottery. It's bad shit.
Malice, if you get any premonitions about me, do not tell me. Okay.
Appreciate
No,
that.
do not tell me.
So it's happened multiple times though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to know.
That was like the whole incident was crazy and all that stuff. And he hasn't told anything like this is the first time I'm telling like our conversations and how we feel. He hasn't even told his wife about that yet. Like we kept that just between me and him.
Isn't that wild?
And we're like, what the fuck? If we would have just said something, I mean, I don't beat myself up for it and all that stuff, but it's just like, what if we would have said something? If we, why do we keep that? Why do we keep those type of feelings just like bottled up inside of us? It's like, we should have said something,
Mm-hmm.
What? So one last question, and I know we're almost like 2.5 hours in, and have you ever broken a bone before?
Yeah, I broke my rib.
Have you ever broken a bone, Malice?
I've shattered both of my
heels. Has anyone? I don't know how many people are left now.
You what?
Shattered both of my heels.
Holy shit! How?
Oh God, it's so embarrassing. I was at a party and everybody was jumping off of an awning, not a roof, an awning. And I got up there and I was scared and I wanted down and they took the ladder away.
Oh shit.
And the girl was like, come on, let's just jump into the pool. You'll be fine. Oh. And I stopped and she pulled me off. I was tiny. My nickname was Betty Boop. I was a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
My heels hurt.
She pulled me off the roof and I missed the pool. I hit the curve in the pool, shattered both of my heels instantly. Yeah. And to this day, like I have I'm actually in a medical book in San Antonio at the Air Force Base because it's a learning center. and with a field of over 130, I want to say 132 people that worked on my feet. I have
Damn.
multiple surgeries. I'm actually lucky I have my feet to this day. They call it a halo jump fracture because it was they would call it a high altitude, low opening compound fracture. So I have like plates and stuff like that in my feet.
Damn. I didn't know you're Terminator. Fuck, you a
Yeah.
bad bitch.
So that happened on Cinco de Mayo. We call it Break of the Fito Day.
Damn.
So
My
if you
family.
so if you step too hard on concrete, do you crack the concrete?
No,
I'm
no.
just like
I
she's
have
bionic.
horrible.
Who was that said that they
arthritis,
wanted to?
though.
Who was that said they wanted to form into a cyborg evolution into
that
a
was
cyborg?
someone-
There you go. You just
that
got to
was
jump off
Erwin.
and miss the pool. But yeah, no, they say so. They say if you've never broken a bone in your body, right? This is what they say. There's people that have never broken a bone in their body, which I think
Right.
I've fractured a bunch, but I don't know if I ever. So I don't even care if I fit in this or not. But they say that people that have never broken a bone in their body are more fit for emotional damage. It's a spiritual thing of why they haven't broken a bone. That there is a guardian angel watching over them that they have never broken a bone, and is why. Something about they can deal with emotional damage more than physical.
Well,
Emotional pain.
I didn't
more
break
than
my fucking
physical.
rib until I was in my 30s, so
Yeah, no.
who knows?
No, I'm just saying that
Wow.
it was a random. So again, these are all these
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
rabbit holes, right? That I've looked down. You get what I'm saying? You know how they just like step up, and I just look at things, and there's a lot. Like, so some of these things I don't mention the ones that have like very small thread to them. A lot of times, it's most of the time it's where people have gotten into not just bullshit comments, right? But like true conversations about this, and
Yeah.
then gone into showing things. And I'm like, well, I could see that, but at the same time, I know people that have broken bones that are some fucking tough, emotional fucking people. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I can believe that one, but it was just a question.
Well,
More
for the
than
for the
anything
guardian
else.
angel type of shit, I've been like in some situations where I like probably should have died, or at least fucking got into a bad fucking car wreck or some kind of accident at work, and like how did I manage to get my fucking self out of that? You know, and I fucking looked back and I was like, what the how? Like what?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I remember
The whole
one time.
90s.
Yeah, I remember one time that.
yeah. My whole till I was 33.
Our child.
I don't know how I made it to 44. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
I don't know what the
I
hell
don't get
I've
it
done in
either.
my life to be lucky enough, because there's a lot of times.
Yeah.
I can tell you, being in Belton, being dragged at 60 miles an hour on a fucking bed mattress behind a truck with just
Yeah.
ropes. How? What I even think about? Do you know what I mean? Like somewhere, somebody was watching after my dumb ass.
I
Somebody was.
remember one time when I was working for NextLink,
Jesus.
and we always traveled with, we drove a F-250 loaded down with the fucking service bed and all that shit, and a 40-foot trailer with the excavator on it loaded down with the fucking toolbox and all that stuff. So we're pulling some fucking heavy ass weight, right? We're in a dead fucking city, main fucking, you know, traffic time and all that stuff. We're pulling up on the lights, you know, we're doing about 50, you know, it's a main fucking road and all that shit, decent speed and all that stuff. And I'm trying to slow down. The truck's not slowing down enough to fucking stop before I fucking hit the person. And for whatever reason, we get closer and closer and closer and closer, and the truck, for what I feel, fucking just like, I'm trying to steer it off to the right so I fucking miss him, get him onto the curve, and it just stops. Like, what the fuck? Like, how does that fucking truck, probably weighing 30,000 pounds with everything fucking going on with it, like, how does it stop at then fucking probably 30 feet, you know? And not me hit anything. It's like, what the
Complete
fuck? No
disaster,
tire
yeah.
smoke, no nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. Those are those things. How the
Yep.
hell did I walk away from that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you we would have fucking probably, if not fucked up some vehicles or fucking killed someone.
Yeah.
Holy crap,
Yeah.
Flames.
Crazy ass shit like that. It's just like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. Well, if anybody wants to be on the podcast next season, because we will be taking a 2 to 3 week break after this episode, we'll come back and do ending of the season episode, and then we'll probably take another 2-week break or something like that. Probably. We haven't really talked this all the way out, but kinda did, and kinda mentioned, that we have things going on like we talked about. So we are going to be taking a little slower after this episode. I know we had a great month. We had a guest on every month or every week this month. If anybody wants to be on the podcast next season, which will be a month out. So you guys, if you know how to get a hold of us, if not, send a message or do something, make a comment on a YouTube video.
Yeah. Contact one of us on TikTok or anything.
Contact us here, send a message.
Eddie.
Discord, our sames. I know iFlames on Discord, which I don't know if you mind or not, but Malice. Oh, I don't know why I was going to say Malice's, but mine is the same. Spelt the same bullshit way.
If you want to contact me personally, anything iFlames 300, you can contact me, DM me on anything on there.
Yeah, and we'll be happy. We're going to come back. That's not going anywhere. But another thing too, I don't know if anybody's listening that's been a past guest or not, we will do our best to plan out at least 2 to 3 weeks, right? But we'd like for people, like I said before, to come on, at least say hi and kind of what's been going on since the podcast and what you got going, or tell a story if you want to. Chat, why is chat skipping around? I just now noticed that on the screen. Yeah, I'm taking that
Eddie
down.
Eddie needs to be on here.
Yeah, Eddie. Anybody, if you have a suggestion of somebody you would like to have us have on the podcast, that's perfectly fine. If you have a topic for a podcast, any suggestions, collaborations, that's the whole point of this podcast. It's nothing, it's not super formal. It's a lot of fun. I feel like, I like doing it.
You don't have to be super cool to be a guest.
Yeah, you just have to be super bright.
But she is super cool. So.
Yeah, and super cool. I was about to go with the other one.
She is the grandmother of this podcast.
Yay!
Yep. She collaborated this whole thing.
It's come a long way, huh, Malice? Since the very first episode, I feel like we've came, and that's what that's the important thing to me. It's not all of everything else, but yeah.
So chat, you can thank her.
Yeah. Yep, Cannibal. Cannibal was asking. I'm gonna pop this up this way real quick. The Ashes of Creation drama. Most of y'all probably should know about that. I'll touch on that real quick. Y'all know that so it's a video game. So the founder of it, basically, he stole a shit ton of money from the players and from everybody from the company. Yeah, so he was supposed to. I looked more into it, Cannibal, after you mentioned that to me, and I haven't mentioned on a podcast yet because that just hasn't been until you brought it up. Then a talking point, but yeah, so he basically just fucking took millions of dollars, dude. I'm talking what did he do? I think he went and bought a house with the money.
Like he got the information from the players and stole their money.
Yeah, he took. So like when you buy in for the subscriptions and all that shit. So what happened is from my best understanding is the investor people, right? Were like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Right? This is not doing what we need it to do. They went in and looked and they saw that he had all the like millions of fucking dollars, dude, from this game. And he went and bought him a house, went and fucking did all this shit, dude. So the game, I think, is still going. The original, he is not involved anymore, of course. He is now being tried, or he's going to go up for court. And now the original, so the investment company has taken over for that. And you guys may not know this as well, but hate to burst bubbles. They're battling in court right now. Yeah, so there you go. They're battling in court right now. But hate to burst everybody's bubble while we're talking about video games. Fallout 5 has been a huge talk that they are going to outsource Fallout 5, and Bethesda will not be making Fallout 5.
Oh shit!
Don't know. This is all speculation. But, since we were mentioning video game things, for some reason that popped into my head about that, and I was reading up on that because I'm not a huge Fallout head, but I do like Fallout enough. I like it enough that kind of shocked me because I'm still deep into waiting on New Vegas and Fallout 3 remakes to come out that are supposed to be coming out. But yeah, so I don't know what the hell's supposed to happen though. I don't know who's going to make it. They mentioned some studio, and that's how I knew it was much more than a thrown out report, right? that they
Yeah.
mentioned a studio that might be the one they outsource, and I think it's one of the ones that's been doing the Oblivion remake. That I think it's one of the studios, because you do know it. So Oblivion is not, or not Oblivion. They're not, the original company is not making the remakes. They didn't make Oblivion. They're not going to do Fallout 3, and they're not doing New Vegas. All of those are out.
Let's just start with a B.
Bethesda.
Bethesda. Thank you.
Yeah. So Bethesda's not making those.
Which is like
already.
the new Halo being remade. They're the Bungie
Oh, that's
or
good.
343 is not making. Well, not like remaking.
Oh man, I don't want to hurt Cannibal's feelings by talking about Marathon, but oh man, did they drop the ball? And I know people may like it, but even if I'm not even an Arc Raiders, I'm not comparing it to Arc Raiders. I'm comparing it to its own game. They really need to do better.
Oh really? Damn.
That's my feeling. And hey, you know,
I haven't
again,
played it yet, so
I am 100% not the end all be all in talking about video games and rating them. I am no way, shape, form, or fashion a video game rater, because if most of y'all know the video games that I play, people are like, oh, why you play this game? You know, so like right now I've been stuck on farming sim, mining gold. So like that's the type of
I love it.
Oh, y'all do know, you do know that there is a new sim game out managing a video store like Blockbuster. You have to rewind the videos.
I've been watching this guy do it.
Yeah,
there's an adult section too, and the names of the freaking.
Oh yeah, I saw a dude playing that shit today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I actually thought it was Squirrel at first. I'm like, oh, it's not. Because I thought, I thought for sure it'd be right up your alley.
It is.
But
it is.
The names of the movies are so funny.
Yeah, I just haven't. I've been looking for multiplayer, those type of games, like the hospital game we played. Did you see the hospital game got an update now called Good Vibes? I want to try it, by the way.
We gotta play it again. We never got any zombies. No zombies.
I'll play with y'all.
You want to play tomorrow night? Are you busy tomorrow night? Whatever time. No, but it's cheap enough, dude. We'll talk about it. It's super cheap, dude. It's a cheap little bitty old game, dude. It's one of those like $10 games, bro.
Okay.
It's not a $50 game. It's not investment, but we played it. Me, her, and me. I got to use right grammar, right? I'm on a podcast. Malice, myself, and Roy. Is that how you say that? Malice, Roy, and I. There we go. Malice, Roy, and I played it one time.
And Toxic.
And Toxic. That's right. Golly, where she's been? She hasn't been around. She got sick when she went up in the mountains, and I've seen her pop into lives a couple of times, but she said much. I need to check on her.
She got sick up in the mountains. You better check
she
on
did.
her.
She got she did. She said she got altitude sickness when she got up there, and it messed with her heart.
That's nothing to fuck around with.
Yeah, like she said she had to go. She was hospitalized or something. I didn't get it because she hasn't been around, and I didn't know about it. She popped into a live and was like, I was like, where, you know me, I'm not
Like,
not that I don't care who comes around and who's not. Like, say hi when you want to, you know, but I'm just giving people shit, especially ones I know more, you know, like I'm gonna give you shit as soon as you come in my live. I don't care who you know, like Flames, he comes in, I'm probably gonna tell him to shut up, you know, or I'm not your boyfriend, you know, something stupid, you know what I mean? But like, so I'm gonna give her shit when she comes in, you know, and she came in, I'm like, where the hell have you been? And she's like, I was in the hospital. I was like,
I was dying.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck. So I don't know. So, but yeah, so I haven't seen her.
Shit.
So I don't know how
That's
she's doing.
Terrible.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to send her a message.
I know she's still kicking because she's been in the live, unless her thing is being remotely controlled. But
it's a mimic. She was in the mountains.
Oof.
I love the community we have. We check on each other and keep each other updated on what's going on.
Try to. But anyway, so if you guys want to be on the podcast, you want to join in, it's been fun. Malice, thanks for coming back. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It was a lot of fun. You know, thanks everybody for coming. I didn't know. What was that first one you were playing?
Yeah.
It's my porn music.
Sorry. All right. So, anyway, but appreciate all y'all hanging out. Like I said, if you guys want to come on, we got plenty of time to plan it. If you got, we can plan out dates. We have everything figured out. shoot us a message. We'll be contacting and we'll make a post if you guys are still in the Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord and you've been, because we have a Discord just for the podcast and podcast guests. It's not for viewers or anything else. So if you guys are still in the Discord, we'll make a post in Discord about it and see who's going to be available a Tuesday from, whenever we set it. And then if you guys want to come into the podcast, contact one of us, find, if you got a friend that knows us, say, hey, I want to fucking talk to them. And that's how easy that is. Cause it's not like we're famous or anything like Iron. But anyway,
Yeah, guys,
But I
appreciate all
you
your
guys.
comments and likes and
Yes,
now-
thank you.
and don't leave Malice right when the outro's done. Sorry, I forgot to tell you this before the podcast. We have to wait for the upload to complete. I'll tell you when it's done. Sorry, didn't mean to put that in
Okay.
there, but wanted to say that before you're like, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
So
And appreciate you, Malice, for
Bye.
coming on.
Thank you.
see you guys later.
And we'll see y'all on the next one, guys. Peace.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Keeping Gaming Weird podcast. A massive thank you to all of you for plugging in and spending your time with us. We had a blast, and we hope you did too. If you enjoyed the ride, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out when a new episode drops. It's the best way to support the show and keep the weirdness coming.